show us the edge. Yes. The chip on the shoulders, the fight and the passion that comes from within. Whoa. Try to win on every level. Yeah. Expectations high. Gotta show them you can fly. Play harder, better, smarter. Baby, put the league on notice. Show me the edge, yeah. Play with the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah. Play with the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah, yeah. Whoa, and see the walk of shame enough. Wanna see the walk of winning time to come up and bring out the alpha dog. Don't every play, every possession. How bad you want it, love, do you want it all? This ain't a blood of love, built for something greater. Attacking all obstacles, coming for the ring, my precious. You got the juice, the will, the heart, the fire. Show them the proof, show them that it shall be done. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Play with the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah.
You're listening to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
For all things Pelicans. Pelican post game report. We up in this thing. Shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all being in the stream. Much love to the fam. Sorry we a little late here, man, but we up in this thing, man. I was on another stream, but I'm here now with the fam. We appreciate y'all for being in the building. Much love. Please feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. By all means, feel free to share the show on your social media feed. PPR in here representing the Flock and Nation stand up. Big ups to the fam. Appreciate each and every last one of y'all for being in the stream. Now, before we get to talking about Zion, there's a bit of a trade that happened, people. A really pretty solid one that is in motion right now, as reported here. And it's showing that the Knicks are trying to have acquired Karl Anthony Towns by sending DiVincenzo and Julius Randle. And I know Detroit, another report says Detroit also helped facilitate the trade by throwing in a first-round draft pick to get this going, as the Knicks are looking to close the gap with the Boston Celtics, man. So a lot of big things are stinking and moving in the NBA world as we get ready for the season. So what does this, and this don't have nothing to do with us in particular, but it's interesting to see teams making moves at this juncture of time when a lot of people be like, yeah, we got what we got about right now. Let's just keep it moving. Let's build on what we got. Not so much. The Knicks say, man, we swinging for the fences. It's about championships and closing gaps. Pause. We up in this thing. Shout out to you. So y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button.
You look just like it.
All right, we in this thing, man. As well, you got DC. Are you here, sir? I hear you.
I'm here. I'm definitely here. What's going on, Big Q? What's up, Lex?
What's up, DC? You kind of loud.
What's up, family in the chat? I'm sorry, bro. Had some funny stuff going over this family stuff, man.
It's all good, brother. It's all good.
Get some good laughs,
That's good. That's good.
Anyway, man, this trade, man. I think the Pelicans could have did better than this, Q.
Oh, really? Do tell. Do tell.
Brandon Ingram is worth at least Dante DiVincenzo and Julius Randle put together. Throw up a couple of first round picks. Done. Wait, hold on. What other salary we got out here we want to get rid of? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wipe somebody else off the books. Trade done. What if we would have given him CJ and Brandon Ingram with no picks? How would y'all feel about that?
I wouldn't.
You get Karl Anthony Towns.
I wouldn't be
free up a spot for Trey. You make space for Herb, and you get Jordan Hawkins minutes. And you get off of $66 million. Wait, probably more than $66 million, about $70 million. So you bring in Karl Anthony Towns, who's getting 50-something million, but you still got like $18 million to play with.
Well, if they would have took it, DC, that would have been a real good trade, bro.
Go package a draft pick, and maybe you get somebody else that you feel like you need.
Yeah, but that's hyperbole, man. That's fantasy talk, brother.
I mean, just look at what the Timberwolves got worse. I'm actually glad, happy about that. They're worse. They didn't get better. At least give them Brandon Ingram. That would have been a little more scary. So that might have been a little worse on them.
But Julius Randle next to Rudy Gobert and
not moving me. Not at all.
Julius could play now, man. When he's healthy, in his mind, right? Julius could play, man.
Julius can play, man. But it's like I was telling Lex this in the pregame meeting. You know what I'm saying? It's like watching Zion shoot threes all game. Like what are you doing? Like his skill set is to be what do they call it? A bull in a china shop, right? And he just wants to shoot threes. I don't get it. It's not an advantage, Julius. They're happy to give you that shot. Believe me, they'll keep letting you shoot that. Even on the nights when you're hot, they're gonna come in next game and challenge you to do it again. And he still ain't figured that out, man. He's like a number 3 option that think he a number 1.
Yeah, that's true. That part of it is definitely true, man. That's kind of we'll touch on
this game. Maybe I'll be wrong because Julius actually is good. So if he adapts his game to Minnesota, I mean, maybe I look foolish saying that because Julius does have talent.
When his mind right, he's very
talent, man. But I mean, how often has his mind been right?
He gets there. He gets there. I mean, it depends on who coaching him too. Now, you know, it's just how it goes. But we're gonna talk about this trade a little later on. Let's focus on get to the meat and potatoes of it. We're talking Zion in mentality. Lex, if you please feel free to lead us in the discussion about Zion Williamson and his attitude, please.
Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hold on.
Not that one.
Yeah, I know. All right, is it showing?
Yeah.
Okay.
ZC, you got a cement machine working in the background?
Not exactly, but had some plumbing work done, and when the water's running,
that's water running?
Yeah. Let me mute myself.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. You might be right near the waterfall there. Okay, Lex, the floor is yours.
All right, so I'm pretty sure everybody knows about this article. What's behind Zion Williamson's newfound drive and trust? The one that Will Guillory talked about, where Zion Williamson made a quote as far as what message does he wants to send to the fans, and his statement was, he's out for vengeance, not necessarily against anyone particular in the league, but for himself. So that statement came from this article, this Will Guillory article. Mm-hmm. But this article is very long. But there were a few points in it because it's almost like a 20-page paper or something like that. So we're not going to read all of it, but there was a few points that I wanted to point out just about Zion's mentality. I think the first one was obviously Miles Aaron, the guy, he's on the coaching staff. He came from the Boston Celtics.
Right.
He's basically down there with him in Texas during the whole off season, and Zion was playing king the court with a couple of guys that were, helping him train and everything. And Zion basically, gave them confidence during the game, to think that they could win. But then, Zion flipped the switch and he won both games. And afterwards, he went to eat with Miles Aaron, and he was just talking to him as far as, not really having no flipping the switch. It took you too long to go in for the kill. You know what I'm saying? And really, he was just trying to change Zion's mentality on coming into the games and going in for the kill from the get-go, not waiting a certain point of time. And those things, how you approach the game mentally, it really does matter. So, he just had that type of conversation with him on his thoughts when they were playing King of the Court. Like, you don't want to look at it as, okay, I'm a flip the switch like at this point. You don't want to approach the game like that. You want to go into the game and you want to come with that energy from the get-go and not even, allow that to even happen, to transpire. So I thought that was really, really good for Zion to hear that and to, just, digest that and look at approaching the game a whole lot differently. And then this part, okay, hold on just a second. I'm going to actually read this part because this part's not as long. But, he was talking to Will and he said he can still envision the lights in T-Mobile Arena, the walk to the court, the faces in the crowd, all of it. The memory that sticks out most is the overwhelming feeling of disgust he felt when he stepped on the floor midway through the third quarter of that semifinal against LeBron and the Lakers in Las Vegas. And he's talking about the in-season tournament. And this is what Zion said verbatim. I was just looking up at the scoreboard like, damn, this isn't us. That starts with me. I can't be like this. Williamson says while shaking his head, this shit can't happen anymore. The 44-point loss and Williamson's lackluster 13-point performance reignited the outside noise that has dominated Williamson's stalled career. And, it goes into, just mainstream media, what they thought about him. I'm going to skip that part and just go down here. Williamson heard all the familiar questions about his commitment to the Pelicans and his talent. He wanted to prove all of it was wrong. When rumors are floating around and all that, after a while, it does take its toll a little bit, Williamson says. It was time for me to figure out a different way. And all these things, like, this is stuff that Zion still thinks about. Like, even during the offseason, it kind of goes into, like, he still thinks about that game, which I feel like is really good because Zion and the Pelicans, these guys need to have a chip on their shoulder. Like, something wrong. Like, you have to get tired of being embarrassed like this. You have to get tired of, mainstream media using you as clickbait. You know what I'm saying? You have to be tired of, just going out there in meaningful games that really, like, when the lights are the brightest and you're not performing at a high level. You're not performing. You don't have any energy out there. You're not playing with an edge. Like, all that stuff matters. And that's something that has been missing from this Pelican squad. So just to see the mental state as far as, what Zion was going through this offseason, this stuff is good. This is a good thing that he's thinking about these things, because you look at how he's been working on getting his weight down. He's been working with a new chef, which they talk about him. And he was also out on the court helping, when they needed another body. But it's nice to see that, Zion getting in shape and Zion's mentality over this offseason going to a whole nother level. Because I think he's, it's really showing that he's putting all these things together. It's not just the physical part, it's the mental part as well. And so when both of those are coming up, you know what I'm saying, and they're in sync like that, that's a beautiful thing. That's what Pelicans fans have been waiting for. just coming into the season the right way. And from day one, the goal is to see Zion. Hey, we want to see that MVP form. We want to. I mean, we've been waiting to see it for since he's been in the league. So I think that's just, pretty much the whole basis of the stuff that stuck out with me is just where he is mentally when it comes to, coming in, for the upcoming season.
All right, let's kind of go over that, man, because that's the type of mentality, man. Have an attack dog mentality, man. That's what we need now, man.
Hit and not wait to get hit. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, DC. Go ahead and give your thoughts, brother.
I think based on the whole breakdown of that, man, the Pelicans have to add a new banner. Can we put up a banner called accountability? Because Zion is holding himself accountable, man. And if we can have that spread across the whole team, I think a lot of things that we worried about, I ain't going to say go away, but they'll be manageable until we can make them better. If everybody holds themselves accountable in the way he's speaking, obviously, I'm not with Zion every day. I believe it's showing up in his actions, but if his words are matching his actions every day, I mean, we know this dude has tremendous talent. Tremendous talent. So if he can put the mind frame and the consistency together with the talent, I mean, he gonna accidentally stumble on more greatness. Like, it's just inevitable. If he has that type of mind frame, man, and that really left a nasty taste in his mouth, and it was a life-changing event for him. I know some people might look at it and be like, oh, yeah, whatever, Zion, you said that before, you're gonna have the heretics and the people who don't believe what he's saying, but he knows. And if this is really life-changing, man, and this is what he needs, that reminder, that stain, that feeling that he felt, like he said, walking out and looking up at the scoreboard, to keep him motivated to not mess up in those tough moments, man. I'm gonna be honest, man, it sounds great, and this is what you want to hear. But if it really is what it sounds like, this is what we've been waiting for. This is the way somebody talks when they're going into a season shooting for an MVP. Like, this is the best version of Zion coming up. If everything he's saying matches up to what he's been doing all off season and what he's going to continue to do throughout the season, because we all know he has the ability. Sometimes we see Zion, it's like the game is almost too easy for him, man. It's just too easy for him, But keeping him locked in and having that battle amongst himself, man, to get up every day and do all the little things. We know he could ball. He loves to show up and play ball. He going to show up, give you all every time there's a game. But he can't stay on the court because of all the little small stuff off the court. So if that loss against the Lakers is what it took for him to keep his weight under control, for him to take all of his workouts serious, for him to do his conditioning training and stretch and all of these things, hey, that definitely should lead to him getting injured less, because that's really the worst thing with him. It'll also lead to him shooting that turnaround jump shot more that we love to see, that pretty much looked like it worked damn near every time he took it. It'll also lead to him playing defense like we saw in Phoenix, where he had 5 blocks and 2 steals, I think, right? Best defensive game I've seen him play. So it's what you want to hear, man. I mean, you can't get too excited over words, but this is what we've been waiting to hear from Zion, to be able to lead this team and go into being that number one guy, not leaving it be a conversation where, is Brandon Ingram going to be the guy? Is CJ McCullough? Well, we don't never really say that, some of the national media. Is DeJounte Murray going to be that? Which he shot everything down and said he wants to make Zion better. So everything is lining up for him to be able to take that lead, man. Be the leader of this team, unquestioned. You know, that was a little bit of issue till we pretty much decided we're possibly not going to keep Brandon Ingram. I really don't know now. After seeing what Karl Anthony Towns got traded for, it's kind of hard for me to believe like we can't trade Brandon Ingram for somebody.
Well, one thing the cat does have is that he shoots threes. And he don't mind shooting them. What'd you say, Stacey? He went what? 8? Cat went 8 for 33 in 5 games in the conference finals.
Yeah, but I mean that's the conference finals, though, Stacey.
No, but I'm just saying. I'm not hesitating. My shot going in. And what did he say? He said
that's kind of bad though when you're a center, because it's like you're 8 for 35, dude. You're 7 feet tall. Get on the block, bro.
He ain't afraid to shoot threes.
Nah, he really isn't, bro.
Yeah, he has a whole lot of confidence. Look,
he really is.
He got that Russell Westbrook attitude, missing every shot. But you know what? I'm gonna shoot this shot with confidence.
It's a short memory. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, it's a short-term memory. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, the worst shot on the floor is if you don't take the shot.
That's right. Let me play this for y'all, man. This is one with DC sent me here. This was from Kendrick Perkins, man. What he had to say about it. Yeah.
Lord.
Let's see what Big Perk had to say. Y'all put one in the chat if y'all can hear this, man.
Off to New Orleans, Zion Williamson told The Athletic, quote, "I'm out for straight vengeance" in his 6th season. Perk, who exactly is he looking to avenge?
The rest of the league. And you know what? I love this Zion Williamson, right? A Zion with confidence, letting the world know that I'm about to come out full force. In my opinion, he was the most dominant player outside of Giannis last season before his injury. And I think he's going to come back again at full throttle. He looks in great shape. They're going to try him at the 5 position. I think he's going to probably lead the league in dunks.
Off to New Orleans, Zion Williamson told The Athletic.
All right, so that's what Perkins' commentary was on it. What's interesting is like Lex DC, y'all mentioned him and saying this. We've never heard this type of words come out of Zion, man, but it correlates to his the great health that he is. So I mean, it's a perfect storm, if you will, of what we need starting this season on our best player, and he's damn near unstoppable when his mind is made up. And the injuries has been the thing that slowed him down. His body, he's in terrific shape. So I think a lot of these people need to really take what he's saying very seriously, because his physique is there. It appears his mind is there. And we need to see what we got going on. Anyway, let me play this other clip right here. Then we'll get into the news. Then we'll bounce back into some more commentary. This is from Fletcher Mackel, man. He had one of the Pelicans insiders here to break some stuff down. Let's hear what the brother had to say about the Pels. Here we go.
Is Daniel Tice the Pelicans starting center?
Wow. I said Brandon was the number 1 question. This might be the number 2 question. The Pelicans, in my opinion, have a strength that perhaps no other team has. And they have 6 top 100 players. And outside of Boston, I just don't know where there's that much talent on the roster. Now, none of those players happen to be a center. So they have to be a little bit creative with how they get at least 5 of those guys on the court together at the same time. And in my opinion, the best way to do that is to start small. You start with Trey Murphy and Herb Jones at the wing positions, Zion, quote unquote, playing the center, but we know he's probably not going to be guarding the center, DeJounte Murray at the point guard, and Brandon Ingram at the other forward spot. And then they can switch 1 through 5, and they have perhaps the best offensive unit in the league. And then you bring Daniel Tice off the bench to spell and for particular matchups.
All right. That is great. I'm not disagreeing with you. You convinced me over the summer that's the way to go. Willie Green coaches this team. Is that the way they're going to go?
It's difficult for me to say before media day. I think you reported that they are leaning towards starting Daniel Tice, that Willie Green has been a more traditional head coach. And so, yeah, it would absolutely not surprise me if that is the decision that they stuck with. Maybe he starts 7 minutes in the first quarter or so, 6 minutes, and then they play small. And same thing they kind of ended up doing with Jonas Valanciunas towards the end of last season, where JV would only play maybe about a quarter and a half worth of game time, and they would close out with Larry Nance or Dyson Daniels or just some of their other small units.
All right. So that's a few things right there from old Fletcher Macko as well. So let's delve into that, man. Now, we talked about the Zion thing, his mentality, his attitude. And it's also, I don't want to really get too far into the Willie thing, because that really creates a whole nother show. And even if we do a full show on it, it's still not enough. But that is a big part of what's going on with the Pelicans now. It's not that Zion's physique and his mindset is there. He's dialed in. There's the cloud. I don't know if I want to call it a cloud of what's going on with BI, but it does present a interesting layer to it with this whole potential trade that's going on with Big Cat and Julius Randle. So all that's there, and the culmination of all the people that we have, and Ken Willie Green and all that, get these guys together. Now, like we said last year, talent, and I think my panel will agree with me on this, is that a lot of the Pelicans won these games with Willie Green last year based on the talent of the team. With these additions, can we push past 50, maybe 55 wins? Because that's what we'll need to be, man. If Zion's top game and he playing these games, I expect, if he's there, man, I'm looking at 55 wins for real. I mean, Zion Williamson is the key to all of this, fam. He's the key to it all, right? So let me give it to you, Lex, and then down to DC, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think about what y'all heard.
I'm gonna let DC go first.
Damn. What happened? Well, Perk basically, I was just saying it's a similar thing, right before we play this video. Zion waits under control. His mind is right. He coming for blood. MVP season. I now said, and Sham Abdullah, it's like, damn, similar thing. I've been saying this for the longest, man. Like, I would play Zion, all of those guys in the starting lineup, Herb, Trey, DeJounte, Zion, BI, matchup dependent, change it up. You basically has the same ideology that I've been saying for the last, 3-4 months. Well, it ain't been 4 months. We had DeJounte Murray, about 2.5 months. Like, you gotta play all of those guys at least at some point, whether you start them or finish the game like that. But yeah, Zion don't have to guard no center. I see Herb doing a lot of that, and then you can also different matchups bring damn, his name is eluding, man.
Tice.
Daniel Tice. I was about to say Dice. Tyson Daniels. The part of that DeJounte trade, we're gonna regret that. That's what all the Atlanta people said. We messed up in giving them Dyson Daniel Q. For an all-star,
They gotta salvage something back, bro. You put that pistol on them on that, man. They can say whatever they want. They ain't called the cops. They let it happen.
Y'all gonna see DeJounte Murray washed up. Man was over there hitting game winners and all type of shit. Average 23 points. Man, look, if that's what washed up look like, sitting it over.
However, they need to sleep at night, brother. But we know the truth.
But yeah, man, that's definitely what should happen. But he did allude to Willie Green being traditional.
Even he was damn quiet at first, and that's what it comes down to. Because I think that's why Lex passed the mic. Because
we know where it's going.
We know where this is about to go. So
this is Lex's segment. We're gonna give her 4 or 5 minutes.
Y'all are crazy. Don't start. Not start. No, it's not that. I mean, look.
Why you pass the mic, Lex?
Huh?
Why you pass?
Because I want to. I was still gathering my thoughts.
That is not what happened, and you know it.
Yes, it is. I have a right. Look, when DC passed the mic to me, okay, what is that?
DC never
I
passes
don't
the
ever
mic. He never passes the mic, and he interrupts people.
Okay.
DC never passes the mic, and he always
Q petty, y'all. I'm being on good behavior. I ain't interrupt nobody. Also, he interrupts people. He never. Goddamn, bro.
Kendrick Perkins is going with
Trying
the
to be
flow
nice.
with everything. You know, he always does this. I'm like, dude, did you give some money to one of the New Orleans charities like you said? You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna come on down there and donate to one of them churches.
Be like, I was saying it last season. You know, other than Giannis being dominated, I felt like Zion. Like, dog, no, you did not say that. No, you didn't.
revisionist history.
Something is wrong with that dude, man.
He speak good about the past. He just cut out all the stuff while he was speaking bad. He don't remind you about none of that.
Big Perk got dementia.
He just talking out his neck. Y'all know about that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Big Perk got dementia.
It's like, okay. And then he mentioned Zion at the 5, man. I really I'm tired of hearing that. You know, I think definitely since Zion's been in the league, a lot of people have looked at him the wrong way. They've looked at him the wrong way. And I hope we get into this, like visit that CBS ranking, because it tells about the top 10 wings and all that stuff. Because Zion does not, that if we're trying to maximize him being at the 5 does not make any sense. It doesn't. It really doesn't. And, you know, that report that just came out, it really kind of sums it up, like how we need to be looking at it. People need to stop comparing him to, you know, Charles Barkley and Larry Johnson. They need to stop mentioning those names, because the thing is, Zion is a whole lot more unique than those guys. He really is. And, you know, I'm excited because I really do feel like, you know, with everything that's going on with Zion physically and mentally, he's really going to show that. And I mean, he really needs to really put things in perspective and for people to really look at him the correct way, especially in his right position.
Yeah, I believe the kid. I ain't gonna lie, man. I mean, I believe what he's saying, man. And then all of the other stuff, like, look what we done seen over the last several years, man. I mean, all of the crap. I don't think I ever seen him in this type of shape before. He had his child, so he matured on that level. He got a taste of the plan, and he was balling on them people, man. And then he just stepped funny, and then he was done. So, I mean, that has to frustrate you, plus all of the stuff that you hear on social media from the naysayers. And people constantly telling you, you know, about Zion need to live up to his potential. Zion needs to live up to his potential. And some of it was him eating them damn hamburgers. And somewhere in between, he was like, man, enough of this. I done had enough. It's time for me to step up.
Do we have proof of that?
What,
we got a Mountain Dew commercial where he was on the couch eating pizza.
That was like years ago.
I'm saying.
That's not the proof I seen.
I mean, no, I know everybody always
talk
about his eating, but it's like I've never seen him eat nothing. I mean,
I said this a long time ago, Lex.
Go ahead, DC.
This was before you was doing the show. I kind of knew somebody in that camp that was around Zion, and they told me that they seen the chef cooking. You know, he had like a whole half a chicken, and you know. Mr. Lee went over there and said,
I mean, he's a big boy.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm not done. I'm not done. Mr. Lee went over there, and it was a nice sized portion. He said, that's for that boy? Said, yeah.
You better give him some more than that.
Said, he need at least 2 of them. That boy can eat.
Yeah, but athletes eat a lot more than the average person, just to let y'all know. Because you burn more, so...
Right,
Lex, you asked for proof. I'm just giving you proof, Lex. I get all that.
Okay,
I'm just giving you some proof.
You said burgers. I mean, do we see?
I don't have no burgers.
A double quarter pounder. You know what I'm saying? McChicken. You know what I'm saying? I mean, do we see these things? Look. Ask Stephen A. He got sources.
Stephen A. said he was eating the table.
Eat the table.
You putting
You know
salt
what
and
I'm
pepper on the
saying? And
table.
it's like
That balding bastard said.
But it's like, dude,
Zion should have been in the concrete eating contest, according to Stephen A.
Who are your sources?
He ain't never tells you his sources. He don't have no sources.
Exactly.
His
It's
sources
like,
is sorcery, Lex. His sorcery. That's his
it's
sources.
like who can, like, when was the last time Stephen A. was down in New Orleans?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, like,
He
you
might
got a
have been down in
camera
the
just
court. We
watching
just didn't see.
Zion. The chefs be like, the chefs told me that Zion was eating the table. Like, what? How do you know the chefs?
If y'all saw Zion eating the table and y'all ain't called nobody to get that man some help, all y'all need to be admitted. Man was in there eating the table. Y'all ain't do nothing about that shit.
And all that stuff is to hurt his reputation and, you know, who he is, and that's why a lot of people look at him the wrong way and stuff, man. It's just, I don't know. Stop it. You know what I'm saying?
The way it is now, but obviously, I mean, he did mention that he went on Gilbert Arenas and talked about getting that under control and taking it seriously. So I mean,
but we still don't know what he's been eating.
Whatever it is, you need to keep doing it because he looks a lot better. We need to see what that looks like when he hit the court. So, you know, I can see that he looks healthier, happier. We just need to see that, man. What, 70? How many games was it last year? He played 70, 71 games, 70 games.
72. Thought it was 72, huh? Yeah.
70, 72. Y'all help me out in the chat, man. How many games Zion played last year?
70.
But outside 70?
It was 70 even?
70.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 70 even.
Okay, cool. Thank you. So that's a part of it, man. But besides that, I think that's a big positive there. Him getting this, you know, that under control and getting his mind where it's supposed to be, which is getting into the season and with that attack dog mentality to lead this team to the next level. Because that's what it is. We're not going anywhere if Zion Williamson is not there leading the way, man. We have all these complimentary pieces, but he needs more of an ownership role in terms of just going out there and doing what he does, healthy. I would love to see it, man. Anyway, Lex, here go the article right here. This is the wing article. Let's touch on this. Talk about NBA top 10 wings ranked. Zion Williamson makes the cut as Jason Tatum continues to fill the stat sheet. So this is one by Brad Boynton of CBS Sports. Zion Williamson might be the Pelicans' opening night starting center. Does that make him a big, in today's more vague positional dictionary? Reasonable minds can disagree on this, I suppose, but this is my list, and so I'm going to make a ruling. No, Zion Williamson is not a big man. For starters, he's 6'6". He's an insignificant rebounder. He's not a rim protector. He cannot credibly defend. I'm gonna let y'all talk about this too, because some of the stuff is up for.
Damn, so ain't he a top 10 forward? And like, all we gonna talk about is negatives?
I know, DC, but that's what I said. Let me make it on through. That's why I gave you the thing. I know this is good. We're gonna hit on it, and you can go ahead on and get your rifle and start picking at it as soon as we get done. He's not a rim protector. He's not incredibly. He says he cannot credibly defend real centers. The fact that Pelicans are either going to start him at center or at least play him significant minutes at center doesn't mean he's a center. It means the Pelicans are kind of screwed. Alas, Williamson is a wing, a power forward to this point on the technical lineup card, but a penetrator who begins most of his possessions either initiating offense like an actual point guard or from perimeter cutting blocks. From there, yes, he has the massive interior advantages due to his power and lower center leverage. That feeds into his explosive athleticism, allow him to get his momentum going, and it's a wrap. But remember, Jalen Brunson also overpowers many of the positional counterparts in the paint, particularly in the post, but that doesn't make him a big man either.
What the hell is he?
You, brother. I'm reading. This is one of the ones I was sent to cover. Zion has positional advantages as a wing, and he has major disadvantages as a big. You can look at it like that too. All of this is saying, again, Zion is a wing. Below is a positional breakout of that list with the top 10 wing heading into the 24-25 season as voted by our top 10 NBA analysts. Number 10 on the list, Siakam. Number 9, Jimmy Butler. Number 8, Zion Williamson, right? Top 100, ranked 21st. In this list, 8, Williamson was once again sidelined with an injury when the Pelicans 23-24 season ended, but it felt different. Absence in the playoffs was a bummer, not because it prompted unpleasant discussions about his conditioning and commitment, but because his play over the previous few months had completely changed the conversation. Williamson strained his hamstring as he made a floater over Anthony Davis to tie New Orleans playing game against the Lakers in crunch time. The shot gave him 40 points on one of the biggest stages of his career. He had come through with one of his finest games, leading a fourth quarter comeback that would fall short after he checked out. In the best shape of his career, Zion Williamson showed that he could handle heavy minutes while carrying a heavy play-making load and completely defensively like never before. He appeared in a career 70, there you go, regular season games, and right at the end, he even took a few jump shots when opponents sagged off of him. Now all the Pelicans are asking him to produce like an MVP candidate for a full season, while they continue to trying to put together a roster that can surround him with defenders and shooters. They need to make a leap. This is Abear. So the rest of the list rounds out at Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Jaylen Brown, Anthony Edwards, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, and Jason Tatum. All right. So anyway, that's what we got on this here on the wings list. So have at thee. We'll start off with you, Lex. You want to go first, Lex? You want DC to go in there? What you want? You gonna pass? You got it.
Go to DC.
All right, DC. Lex is passing the mic.
Another nuke, huh?
She passing the mic again. DC,
man, you see the talk so long, she done reloaded another nuke, bro. Man, this guy here, man. it's just crazy to hear. Like, you go to comparing Zion with Jalen Brunson. Like, I get the analogy, but just horrible, man.
Zion, you agree with this guy? I agree with this guy.
Yeah, I mean, Stacey's entitled to his opinion, but he says before that, if you would like to look why he agrees, he says he loves Jalen Brunson.
What's up, J-Black?
You know, so I guess that's why he would agree. Like, he talked about Jalen Brunson in a positive light, so I get that. Shout out to you, Stacey. But I don't agree with him at all. Looking at this list, anything short of having Zion at least like right under Kawhi is crazy to me. You know, Paul George, like who the hell is trying to take Paul George over Zion? Like, but the dude obviously is entitled to his opinion. I just totally disagree. I can get the critique for Zion as far as his rebounding, because I think that's one of the things that to me is, if I was him, I'd be a little embarrassed about, because he just has the capability. Zion could be a double-digit rebounder. We all know this, man. It's an effort thing, and he doesn't give effort in that department all the time. It just is what it is.
Totally agree.
We didn't see Zion when we need somebody on boards, man. You've seen Zion go out there, get 12, 15 rebounds. You know what I'm saying? So you know he can do it. So it's
remember the blocks, and then he talked about the defense.
Man, Zion has always been a good defender since his rookie year, man. There's always this thing about him not being a good defender. My thing is, I see him take plays off. So if that's what they're talking about, because it's an energy thing. Like, he's obviously not conditioned. As the season gets on, you see his defense come on more. He puts more emphasis on the offensive side of the ball. I think a lot of that was the bubble wrap, babying David Griffin, them talking to him. You got to teach him how to fall and how to re-walk and all that shit. I'm sure they told him to, hey, man, if you're tired, take it a little easy on defense. Don't go up for that rebound if you're a little tired. I'm sure he had a lot of those classes in the beginning, because he was getting hurt. They trying to protect their investment. You want Zion out there playing. He's going to have people buy tickets. So if that comes at him taking some plays off, like, coach ain't gonna tell him nothing. Nobody, you getting this word to do this from up top. because we need to keep you on the floor. So I get all that. But how you watch Zion last year and you talk about the defender he isn't? We watched Zion stop LeBron from scoring the whole goddamn fourth quarter of a serious playing game. Like, what are you talking about? Dude, out of his mind, man. But that just goes to show you who actually watch the Pelicans and who just look at clips and go with stuff that, I guess they hear. Just take all the low-hanging fruit, put that in the article, all of these labels, and slap it on the guy. The one thing I agree with him about is the rebounds and him not being a center. That's true. I agree with that. But a lot of the other stuff is garbage.
All right, Lex, you're up.
Yeah, I think when I look at this article, it comes down to the C word. It comes down to consistency. And Zion has not consistently shown that he can rebound, that he can be a rim protector, that he can show that defensive prowess. It's not consistent. And because it's not consistent, and I mean, we've said before that we've seen glimpses of Zion's greatness, but it hasn't been all put together. And so when you think of it like that, I can see that point of view. But I can also see in the same breath, because we have seen Zion. We've seen him play his best defense. We've seen him grab those rebounds. We've seen him get 15 rebounds. We've seen that. We know that he can do it. But it's about it being consistently shown like a superstar should show up every single night. You know what I'm saying? Like, Zion should not be, his performance should not be like the traditional role player. As a superstar, as that guy on the team, you got to show up every game. And that's what separates the role players from the superstars. And so because of that part, in those areas now, offensively, he does that. They know that he can do that. But with all those other areas, it hasn't been consistent. And so I can see the point as far as, pointing those things out. But the part that really gets me is the fact that, a lot of people talk about Zion in the light of being that 4, being that 5, when really Zion, when you look at, I think there's too much emphasis on his girth, where people are categorizing him as a 4 or 5. And I'm like, dude, just because he has girth, does not mean that, oh, well, let's stick him down to the 4 and 5 spot. Like, no, like, the thing is, like, Zion has quickness. He can move like a guard. The power that's in his body, you know what I'm saying, allows him to move like a guard. That is a one-of-one type body frame. To have that ability, when he's playing defense the way that he does, like, I mean, he even said at his camp that he had for free at in South Carolina, one of the kids asked the question, can he guard guys like Steph Curry or Kyrie Irving? And he said, yes, I can. Nobody can stop them, but I can guard them. And he said that with confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, when Zion is dialed in, he can guard those guys. And the crazy thing is that with him and that power and having this equivalent speed as a guard or a wing, like, that's a huge advantage. And we even know that when he has the ball up top, when Zion has the ball up top, that's when he's the most dangerous. That's when Zion is maximized at his best, and that's what brings out the greatness in him. It's not when he's under the basket. It's when he's on top of the key with that ball, he's attacking the basket, getting downhill, kicking it out to his shooters, or creating something for himself. We've seen that time and time again. That's why the point Zion comes about, but really there should be no point Zion. It should just be Zion because that is his game. And I don't think that's talked about enough. Really, we probably should just take off the point because Zion's game is from the top of the key. We need to start looking at him as a wing player and really reconstructing the thinking as far as the position that he needs to be playing. Because let me tell you something. You go out and you get a 4. You get a 5. You put Zion up top with DeJounte. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Along with a Herb Jones. Hey, man. Hey, reconstructing what the roster looks like, it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, that's very intriguing, man. And you're absolutely right. His abilities with handling the ball, and I mean, who can stand in front of that?
Yeah.
What point guard or guards you got that can guard that? There's that would be an absolute.
Yeah.
Cap.
Having Trey as a 4, that's what DB was saying. Yeah, reconstructing. And I'm telling you, if you could just think for a minute, because I understand Zion doesn't shoot a lot of threes.
Willie's listening.
But he's still no, I'm just saying, like, look, what are you trying to do, man? I'm trying to make a point. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
You can't say the W word, Q.
What, winning?
Winning?
Yes, we want to win. You know what I'm saying? We want to win.
No, Willie.
No, that's WG.
No, Lex, focus, Lex. I want you.
No, I know, but I'm telling you, like, if we can reconstruct this, because one thing that a lot of people are not considering, Zion is great at something. He's dominant at something. What is he's dominant in that paint. They can't stop him.
Nope.
They cannot stop him. You know what I'm saying? So when you think about having that dominance, he doesn't shoot threes, but he makes up for the threes in his dominance. And when he adds that jumper, that 15-footer, that 20-footer.
Oh my goodness.
You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm getting at?
When he gets there, he's gonna be.
And you had someone in DeJounte, he shoots threes. You still got Trey, who becomes that stretch 4. And Trey, again, he can still play the 3 at times, depending on the situation and matchups. You see what I'm saying? Golly, people, we gotta open our minds to some new possibilities. And I'm telling you,
I'm with you.
Reconstructing the roster and reconstructing the position that Zion plays, it changes a whole lot. It makes this Pelicans team that much more dangerous. And you're talking about a playoff nightmare.
You talking about a regular season nightmare, a playoff night? You talking about a nightmare?
I mean, they're already a regular season nightmare. They've been a regular season nightmare, but playoffs, you definitely hitting on something, Lex. We got a little work to do.
Hey,
to be able to dominate in the playoffs.
I'll say this in a different dynamic, and I've said this before. Look at how the Dallas Mavericks are constructed. Look at how they're constructed. And it's a different dynamic, but it's similar. Okay.
They pick 2 guys and put everything around them.
They have 2 ball handlers in Doncic and Kyrie.
Yeah.
Now, please don't take it literal, people. It's in a different dynamic, but just looking at the positions and the way that they're orchestrated, because Zion can handle the ball. You put another point guard next to him, which is DeJounte. You have, I know Derrick Jones Jr. isn't there now, but Derrick Jones Jr. was their defensive guy. That would be that Herb Jones. Then at the 4, you had PJ. Right there, in PJ, you have a longer body, a 6'10" body in Trey Murphy. And then obviously at the 5, you put Tice there. I'm not saying that that's like the typical center, you know what I'm saying, that you would want to have, but having them at that spot until you can actually come up on that starting center that would play better at that spot, hey, I mean, that's it's basically like a similar type, setup that they have. But if you can kind of think about it, and it's not the same because we all know Zion doesn't shoot threes like that. That's why you have to reconstruct it a little bit.
But I mean, he's Luka though, you know.
Say again?
You got it. I mean, he's Luka though. You got it. He's a version of Luka, just it's different.
Yeah. My
It's
exact
different.
point.
He's not gonna score 70 points, but the damage he does to the defenders is equivalent of scoring 70 when he puts up 40 and nobody wants to get in front of him.
Guards
it's
and
a similar
wings.
thing.
Guards and wings are gonna have problems.
All right, let's we got a couple of more news items.
You gonna stick with that one, Alex? When you think they actually gonna roll with it though?
Oh, DC, just a second, brother. We got 2 more news items. Once again,
Oh god damn! I was just asking questions. Lex just gave us a sermon. I wanted to hear a little bit more. That's all right though. But
no,
go ahead, man.
Go ahead, Lex.
I've said it before. No, I'm just because the thing is that like
DC,
I said,
DC.
it's nice to be open. You know what I'm saying? Open with how. What are we trying to do here? Are we trying to maximize the best player on the team?
That's the idea.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, if we're maximizing Zion, which we've been hearing a lot, that's how you maximize it. And that's how you, in turn, maximize the team.
All righty then. That's pretty damn good, Lex. Appreciate that, man. And the game, that's pretty good, man. No thanks to DC butting in, but that was beautiful. I just wanted to give you a shout. Hopefully we can take that up with it.
Continue to wax poetic.
I feel the sarcasm. You know what I'm saying?
He's trying to pit us against each other, Lex.
I'm not pitting nobody. DC, stop being messy.
Why your voice jump high like that?
Because that's what I wanted to do. All right, now let's move forward.
No, it ain't no higher than Stan Van Gundy. Hit that note. Hit that
No,
note
no,
one time,
please,
DC.
don't do it, DC.
Hit that note one time for me, DC.
Don't do it, DC.
Hit it for me one time.
Don't do it, DC, because your mic is real loud. Boy, that'd be tough.
I can't do it right now.
Oh, come
You got
on,
too
man.
many people sleeping in the house right now. That's gonna wake somebody up.
Come on. From the depths of your diaphragm. Come on, you can do it.
Jamaican nature. Watch you do it. She's still into his Jamaican nature. All
I
right.
love speaking it from my mind and from my heart and from my spirit. You just gotta go for it, my man.
Respect.
Respect. Okay, let's hit this one, fam. Pelicans announced the 2024 training camp roster. Pelicans training camp practices will begin on October the 1st, Nashville, Tennessee. Pelicans announced the training camp roster. Training camp practice will take place Tuesday, October the 1st through Saturday, October the 6th at the Crockett Center for Athletic Excellence on the campus of Belmont University in Nashville, Tennessee. The practice times will be announced the day prior to each practice. Training camp practices are closed to the public and will be open to media at the conclusion of each practice. Now, here's the 2024 training camp day roster for those who don't know: Jose Alvarado, Isaiah Brockington, Keon Brooks Jr., Jamal Cain, Jaron Crutcher, Javonte Green, who's be wearing number 4, Jordan Hawkins, Malcolm Green, Brandon Ingram, Trey Jemison, Herb Jones, Carlo Mekovic, wearing number 17, CJ McCollum, Yves Misi, Trey Murphy III, DeJounte Murray, Antonio Reeves, Matt Ryan, Jeremiah Robinson Earl, Daniel Tice, and of course, Zion Williamson. So there you go, fam. That's some of the guys right there. That's everybody, man, including some of the staff as well, Willie and everybody else. And of course, as we know,
did they report Greg Monroe is joining the coaching staff?
Yes. You see, I was just about to get to this.
And Jody Meeks.
Right.
We talked about Jody.
This is a culmination of everything, because they also added some other people to the training staff that we might not be known of. But this article, shout out to brother Terry Kimball over there at Sports Illustrated, man, brother Kyle T. Pelicans announced organizational changes to staff. Now, a lot of stuff didn't happen. Pelicans are beefing up the staff and promoting members within the organization to new roles. And we shout out to Swin. She got a promotion as well.
All
Pelicans
right,
announced several
Swin.
organizational changes.
Right, Swin.
There you go.
There we go. Hey. Shout out to Swin, man. She's moving on up the ladder, man. She might bump David Griffin out the way one of these days. Huh?
She's right up under David Griffin, according to the organization.
Pull that carpet out from up under
his position.
Say again, Lex.
She didn't get promoted to his position.
No,
she's the senior.
She's right. She's the fourth highest person. I want to say if you have Gail, then Dennis Lauscha is David Griffin, and she's right up under his position. And then it's general manager Bryson Graham. Then it goes down
to move up one more spot.
Indeed. That's what I say too. I think she would make
like yesterday.
Right. So here it is, right? Several organizational changes include promotions and new staff hires. Swin Cash was promoted to senior vice president of basketball ops after her role as vice president of basketball operations and team development, which didn't she just get another promotion like not too long ago? And then
that's what I'm saying. Like she went from junior to senior
very fast. She joined the Pelicans before the 2019-2020 NBA year and has been with them for 5 seasons. Cash's basketball royalty. She played 15 years in the WNBA, won 3 championships. She's a 4-time All-Star, 2-time All-Star Game MVP, and also helped lead the U.S. women's national team to 2 gold medals. After her playing career ended in 2016, Cash became director of franchise development for the Liberty. New Orleans also announced Rohan Ramada's promotion to senior director of analytics and innovation. The long-tenured Pelican employee started at the analytics consultant after being a draft analyst with the Heat in 2016. The California native holds a Master of Science and Bachelor of Science degree in astronautical engineering from the University of Southern California. The Pelicans added many staff members for the upcoming season, including Emeka Oko, assistant strength coach, Gil Schmidt, who's the assistant athletic trainer, Connor Smith, the performance therapist assistant athletic trainer. They also confirmed hiring Jody Meeks, as a shooting coach, and Greg Monroe to Willie Green's coaching staff. Meeks has coached as an assistant with the G League affiliate Beham Squadron for the past couple of years. The former 41st pick in the 2009 NBA draft played 10 years in the league for 5 teams. During his career, he specialized in three-point shooting and will be brought in to help develop shooting on the Pelicans after shooting guru Fred Vincent took an assistant coaching job with the Pistons this summer. Monroe joins the organization as a player development coach after last playing in the NBA in 2020. The New Orleans area native averaged 13 points and over 8 rebounds in the league over 646 regular season contests. Now he will coach the young centers on the team with limited experience, including rookie Yves Missi, Jeremiah Robinson Earl, Carlo Mekovic, and Trey Jemison. Star forward Zion Williamson also expect to see more time at center this season, a role he played some last year as well. New Orleans hosts Media Day on September the 30th before flying off to Nashville, Tennessee for training camp. The Pelicans training facility is undergoing renovations. So the team returns to Nashville as the site where they practiced in the past. The Pelicans open up the regular season at home against the Bulls on October the 23rd. Okay. And also just some information, man, that media day is supposed to get the jumping and snapping and popping. I want to say it's at 11 o'clock. Let me pull that information up for the family as well. So y'all can feel free to kind of chime in on whatever that we covered as well. So I'm going to pass the mic to Lex, and hopefully she don't pass the mic to DC.
Oh, wow. I know Lex wouldn't do me like that, so it's all good.
Does she won't pass the mic to you?
Lex is a lady, man. She gonna do the right thing. She always do the right thing.
I'll give you that. She does.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see. Yeah, congrats to Swin. She deserves it. I just wish it was like one more promotion like yesterday, like I was saying. Instead of her being the 4th, she needs to be at least the 3rd, at least. But anyway, Jody Meeks and the other guy, Monroe. Is that his name?
Monroe, Greg
Yeah.
Monroe. Yes.
Yeah, I don't feel any certain kind of way about those guys. They're very quiet. They have similar personalities to Willie Green. You know, just kind of like low key type guys. Um, I know Jody. Jody, he's a nice shooter. He was a nice shooter when he played in the league. Can't give him too much credit because he went to Kentucky. You know, so you know. But anyway, I just I don't feel any type of way about having those guys. Monroe, I don't think he was really like, I don't know. He was all right, you know, in the league, you know, when he mainly played in Detroit. But yeah, it's good to have, you know, more help. You know, I didn't know Jody Meeks was down as an assistant coach for Birmingham. But
Yeah.
you know, it's nice to know that he does have, you know, some experience and things of that nature. I don't know about Monroe though. But yeah, I think that's about it. You know, that's all I got. You know, just don't feel any certain kind of way. I think really at this point it's just like, man, we just have to have a winning foundation and go out there and play with a chip on the shoulder and play with the edge. And you know, that's what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, the violence part. You know, and you know they don't really have those type of attitudes, but hopefully they can contribute in some type of way to, you know, to help the team because that's why they were hired on. So
Yeah, and here's some of the information right here, DC. And just quickly, I'm gonna pass it on to you, my brother. Media day schedule right here for some of the family members who might wanted to know. Monday it'll be 11 Central Time that the media day will start for the Pelicans. So it'll be David Griffin, Bryson Graham. You probably see Gail out there. It'll be a big shindig. Most of the players and all this kind of stuff. So it'll be
they gotta take pictures. It should be all the players, right?
everybody.
At least the stars for sure, right?
Right, everybody gonna be there. So yeah, it starts at 11 o'clock Central Time for the rest of the family members on Monday, and PPR will be here live to represent the live coverage. So just to let you know. All right. Anyway, DC, sir, sorry about interrupting you, sir. The floor is yours.
And shout out to Teaspoon, man. They fired her.
I heard about that, man.
Yeah, she might be coming back. You know, Stephanie put that in the chat.
yeah.
Also, Greg Monroe, man. You know, somebody else from the city, man. He graduated from Helen Cox. Coming back home, coached the Pelicans. He's a dude that I wouldn't say was one of the best centers, you know, in this day, but he definitely was respectable, and he worked his way up to be respectable because, you know, Greg Monroe coming into the league, man, a lot of people see him as a bust. Then he went through a period where, you know, he got a lot better and he was a respectable starting quality center. So usually that's the guys, man, who weren't able to be, you know, like Hall of Fame players. A lot of times they turn out to be good coaches, especially positional coaches. You know, we have a positional coach ourselves that became a head coach. Really good positional coach. Anyway, moving on. Jody Meeks also being the new shooting coach. You know, Big Q, me and him had a little back and forth about it, and I had to look up his shooting percentages. Like, wow, Jody Meeks is actually a 38% three-point shooter for his career. And I was like, well, Fred's got to be better. Fred shot 26% for his short career in the NBA. So Jody Meeks was able to do it at a high level in this league, man. And I'm pretty sure he can bring a dynamic to this team shooting that maybe Fred couldn't. So I don't think he's going to be the next Fred Vincent, but all of the guys that were brought up by Fred, I think this might be a good change, man, or something where maybe he can add something to the foundation that Fred already helped him build. A la a guy like Herb, man, I want to see what that could do for, you know, Herb Jones. He's coming off of 40% shooting year. I mean, with Herb, a lot of those shots were wide open. I don't think Herb's going to ever be Trey Murphy, But if you can do anything to help improve that, like maybe have him be able to shoot some threes off the dribble if he could, or anything to extend his shot, man, because they're gonna continue to give him open looks. So shout out to Jody Meeks. Shout out to Swin Cash, man. Moving on up like the Jeffersons. I see you, baby. She came in here. This is what, her third promotion, right? Swin just keep on keeping on, man. That Kentucky Husky in her, man. You know, that winner's mentality. She just keeps going and finding ways to get better. So we all love her here, man. I think everybody who's been with this team, you ain't got nothing negative to say about Swin, man. Swin embodies winning, you know, and very colorful personality too. A lot of her memes and stuff she put on Twitter, you know, make you laugh. I still remember that face she had when the Pels got drafted. But also on the basketball side of things, man, Swin is a real good mind, and you've seen a lot of growth with the team since she's been here. So shout out to her. But you see the training roster, man. We got everything set. I told y'all we was gonna have some more moves.
Okay.
You know, obviously no big moves.
Amy's still there, right?
Huh?
Sister Amy.
Oh yeah, Amy needs an assistant, man. She needs an assistant now, Lex. We got 6 players in the top 100. Amy needs an assistant. You know, she needs some help. What's better than one physical therapist? 2 physical therapists. You got to do it.
They announced 3 people to the health fitness staff, so that's a positive.
There you go. There you go.
And also to your point, DC, about Swin. Swin is that's good news for her, bad news for the octopus. I tell you one thing. There's only one job next to get. He got a way better resume than his ass. Let me tell you something.
Do you think David Griffin could possibly have a title, but they take some power away from him?
No, I don't think taking
could Swin work closely with Bryson, and those two kind of be our GM? You know, by him being new and Swin actually, you know, being around for some time, having some experience, because those two work together and make some of the decisions, and David Griffin just kind of, you know, help with the contracts, help fulfill some of the trades, and he's got the title and he gets to take some credit for it, you know, but just not be so much in charge of things to mess them up. Because I mean, I don't like Doc Ock, but we gotta acknowledge that he has some positives to him. With well, they're not really showing off right now for him being able to swindle people in trades. The DeJounte Murray trade was a good trade, but what's going on with BI don't look like he gonna win that one. So I don't think he can weasel his way out of that shit.
DC, let's say DC, this is the longest question in the history of time. But just to simplify, brother.
Well, I mean, I learned from the best. you ask questions. You ask questions and put the answers in the question. Like, damn, I was gonna say that. He just took that away from me to say that in the okay.
Challenge your commentary, brother. You know, man. I do the best I can do, brother.
Okay, so
long ass question.
So could David Griffin take a back seat, man, and maybe handle some more of the technical things, but not really be in charge of personnel groupings and the exact players?
That's a question.
I'm down for getting rid of the good human beings.
That's a question and monologue together. That's
no. Lex.
Lex, that's
in order to be a good human being, you know, sometimes you might have to get angry. You gotta stand up and protect some people. You know, being a good human being.
That's beautiful.
Hey, I don't know.
But that's called tough love.
I need some of them type of people.
I'm gonna jump in there with
a lot of them people.
I do think we got them now, though. We can use some more. But DeJounte is that. Our man from Chicago, I think he might be that. Green.
DC.
You know what I'm
DC.
saying? Green. Javonte Green. Javonte Green from Chicago.
Oh, okay. You need to say his first name. Look,
why did I do
my brother,
it?
you lost me there. You
See,
lost.
Why did I do it?
See, that's why she was passing the mic. That's it.
I said Green from Chicago. Why I say Detroit?
Hey, I was like, well, I just,
All she heard was
he
Green.
ain't in Chicago no more. Look, Monroe, he played for Chicago too.
Legs her green and her eyes turn red. Ain't that something?
I see red.
No. See, well, that's what she was passing the mic to do.
Lex is podcasting with force.
What are you talking about? Oh my gosh, that is not why I was. But hey, I do want to point this out though, man. That's messed up that the Chicago Sky fired Teaspoon though.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
feeling
that
that. That because the thing is, their whole roster was reconstructed. You know what I'm saying? They were in a total rebuilding stage, and so it's like 1 year is not going to do it. It's not going to do it.
Who's the choice though? Who's the choice, Lex, for the replacement? Have they have a person in mind?
I don't know. I don't know.
Let's say Angel Reese is not happy about this.
No, she's not happy about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like,
who wants to lose Teaspoon, man? I don't think anywhere she goes, you're gonna be kind of, sad or disappointed in her leaving.
Because the thing is, I mean, she has a positive aura. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not saying that she didn't make mistakes, but as a first year head coach, you are gonna make mistakes. I get that. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you have to at least give her a chance because the whole the front office was reconstructed, the whole roster, everybody from that championship squad, they were gone. They were gone. There wasn't nobody there. You know what I'm saying? So they really weren't even expected to do anything this year. So that's just a messed up situation. Really, I kind of think it might have came down to conflict of interest. There might have been somebody on that had some type of power in that front office that disagreed, and they basically overpowered everybody else's decision. Be like, no, I want her gone. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like. Because a lot of times that's what happens. It only takes that one person who you may not get along with, or who may, there's friction there that, they don't agree with something that you're doing or whatever. Some people are saying that it might have been her relationship with, Angel Reese, or prioritizing Angel Reese over Camila Cardoso. Maybe Camila wasn't getting enough touches.
Yeah.
Another thing, they made a trade. They made a trade in the middle of a season. You traded Mabry for those, I forget them other two girls, but they were like straight up role players. Like, you gave away a sniper in Mabry. You know what I'm saying? Like, you made changes in the middle of the season, and really it's like then you the Kennedy, she was hurt. You know what I'm saying? They man, it's like, that's a very interesting situation when you look at all those events. You know what I'm saying? The front office made change to the roster. You know what I'm saying? And your best player on the team, she's hurt. And then you have the stuff with, Camila Cardoso. It's come on, man. I mean, give her more time. Give her more time.
Yeah, they had the beginnings of something, man. I thought Camila Cardoso and Angel together, man. Though that's a pretty talented tandem right there, man.
Yeah, they need shooters around them.
Yeah, they'll be fine. But Camila, she was hurt early on.
Yeah, she was hurt early on.
So,
and I don't think that was really considered either. You know what I'm saying? It took her some time to get acclimated into the game. You know what I'm saying? And it's her first year too.
She gonna be a beast, man. If you can get her up to par 6'7", she can ball, man. From that South Carolina side of things, that's pretty good. She can ball. All right. Anyway, fam, listen, man. Big ups to you guys, man. We're gonna open up the phone lines for a little bit, man. We ain't gonna have a all the way into 1 o'clock stream. We ain't gonna be doing that, but I want to hear from you guys. Open up the lines of communication for a little bit. We're gonna put the link in the chat below, so please feel free to chime in the chat.
And we got 63 people up in here. Appreciate y'all being up in here. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
What? Why you laughing, Big Q?
No, I just love that excitement when you just came. We got Dick Tree. Oh, yeah, that was pretty. That was I like that energy. Shout out to Lex with that good energy, man. This late. You gotta excuse
We
me,
ain't
Lex.
talking about Willie. You know what I'm saying? I was kidding.
Man, we gotta create like a button or something, a sound effect or something for Willie, man. Every time you say his name.
No, it's all right.
Oh, shoot.
When Willie start winning, Lex,
this interview. Look, I'm gonna keep my money in my pocket. You can use
No,
that.
don't do that.
when Willie start winning games, Lex gonna leave him alone. She gonna leave him alone.
Really?
You gonna still mess with the man in the winning games?
Oh, goodness gracious.
All right.
I mean, hey, y'all gotta understand. I can see in the lens of a coach. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
Yeah.
I see things.
Well, hey, listen, man. DC had a hell of a long monologue, question log that other day.
And I noticed you ain't answer my goddamn question.
Yeah, the show had moved on. It was so ridiculously, out there that
Next time you ask me one of them long questions, I'm gonna be sure to point it out. I tried to be polite and just answered it. I'm gonna point it out next time.
I wanted to jump in there. I was gonna do, one of them jump in there. But I mean, I done forgot the damn question. It was so long and ridiculous. I forgot the question, brother.
What was the question, DC?
I'm serious. See, this dude here did the question log.
You were stating
You monologue and ask the question.
I learned from the best.
You put
can
that
David Griffin take a back seat?
No.
In player personnel duties?
No.
And just deal with the technical duties, but still keep his face and get to do his little TNT interviews from time to time and all of that.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
It's impossible.
No. Griff has a power stroke problem, and that derives from LeBron James and everything he went through with Cleveland. So the dude, he likes being in power. He likes making those decisions. He may go away for a little while, take a backseat for a little while. He may do that for a little while being the key words. Okay.
He's going
to get back. Yeah. He's going to get back in front of the camera because he wants to feel like he's that dude. He's the big guy on campus.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. And see, there's a good and bad with that. See, had he just played it to the back, I think the Pelicans would be a little further along because a lot of these things that we had going on with the team, with the changes with the coaches was stuff that he was involved with. The Stan Van Gundy call, bringing him in, and he ain't coaching years. And then the not firing Elvin Gentry on time, that was also him. Then all that lent into us getting a cheaper, inexperienced coach like Willie Green.
Yeah, financial.
All that was tied to it. Now
decisions.
They didn't want to spend the money, so that's a part of it. And he was the guy there. So when he steps forward in the light, when you step in the light, man, people see you, and you the guy that's posting. You want to be seen, you want to talk all this stuff. Then when things fail, you're gonna be right up under the gun. So like I said, Swin Cash, you got a woman running it that owns the team. And you got a very credentialed, well-resumed. This woman's a Hall of Famer, a WNBA Hall of Famer with championships. She got a gold medal.
Yeah.
She won at every level. Then she won collegiately too. Yeah, so she got it at every level. College, pros, Hall of Fame.
She got that Connecticut connection.
She got it all, man. She got it all. And plus, Gail owns the team, and to have the first female general manager, and she would be the first female general manager. It would be the situation where you have a woman that runs the team, you have a woman owner, a woman general manager. Griffin better watch his ass, man. Swin is coming. So you better tighten up, Octopus. All right, so big ups to y'all, man. We got the link pinned in the chat for y'all want to pop in, man. If y'all want to pop in, say your words, man. We're here. We're going to listen to you here as well.
Yeah, come on in. Don't be shy.
Do you see that long ass question? Was it the second part? That's all you was asking about? Or could David Griffin take a step back? You had a second part to that question, didn't you?
Oh, goodness gracious.
I think I just stated the question.
About what's that? I thought you had some other second part.
I think you dehydrated or something. I think you might need some water.
Ain't got nothing to do with none of that. You ain't got nothing to do with none of that. Okay, we don't have nothing.
You've been reading too many of them books, expanding your imagination a little bit too much.
Nah, actually,
you dreaming up shit that ain't even here.
All right, y'all come on in the chat. Y'all come on in.
Somebody come in here and shut DC up, man. We go.
Speak your mind, because if not,
Man.
you're gonna be hearing Big Q and DC going at it.
We ain't about to do it.
Hold on. We got Lex.
We got Hoffa up in here. What's happening, brother?
Hold on, before Hoffa talks, man. Hold on, brother Hoffa. Before you go, let's have a quick musical interlude, man.
Oh goodness!
Just a quick musical interlude, man. Go.
All right. Can you run it through the regular song? Okay.
Some fake dread.
That is fake dread. You're right. You should have got a smaller shirt. This shirt's too big.
All right, there we go, man. Shout
I got a little musical interlude of my own too.
Shout out DC.
Okay,
Shout out
I went found out, brother.
Okay.
Some old stuff he did in the past,
Hold on.
for y'all.
We can't have two musical interludes at the same time.
It'll be quick.
Let's go. It'll be quick. We're just ordinary people.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
I got sunshine.
Let Hoffa talk, man. Get off of that.
Please.
Get out of here, Q.
Ain't nobody trying to see you, Otis. Play that again.
All right, Hoffa, how you doing, brother? How you doing tonight, man?
Oh, goodness gracious.
Hey, what's up, bro? You hear me?
What's up, everybody?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, brother. Welcome to the stream, man.
What's up, bro?
Hey,
yeah, you gotta turn you gotta turn the show down in the background, man. You echoing a little bit back there.
DC, walk a little 2 feet closer. Outside.
Hey, when I turn the show down in the background, I can't hear anything.
But you can hear us, right?
You say he's listening. He can hear us through the show. He can't.
He ain't got an earpiece, I guess. Huh?
Yeah, it's probably going through the speaker. You got to put it through the speaker or something. Fix his audio.
You got some headphones?
All right, y'all can hear me now?
Yeah. We can hear you. We never stop hearing you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, let me get them right quick. I'm gonna call right back.
All right.
Okay.
What's up, brother Moses in the building? What's up, sir?
All right.
What's happening with you fellas, man?
What's happening, brother?
DJ, what's happening, DJ? How you doing, my brother? All right, DJ. Just went good, bro. All right. Did you like that musical interlude by DC? That was early on before he started the Pelican post-game report. How'd you like that song, DJ? It's pretty cool.
I don't think that's DC, but
thank you, DJ. Say, DJ. I got a question for you, bro.
DC, show your face, man.
What's happening with you, man?
So we
you remember John Legend, right?
Wait, what?
You remember John Legend, right?
Nobody remembers John Legend. Cut it out.
Absolutely.
It feels good to be in the presence of John Legend hosting this show, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He ain't too good for us. He just ordinary people. He come in here with everybody.
That was terrible. All right, brother Mose, welcome in, brother. How you doing tonight, brother?
Good, man. I just flipped, just going through my thing. I see you guys on. I said, let me jump in and see what's happening with y'all.
Yeah, bro. I'm glad you're here, man.
Glad to have you here.
What y'all think about that Knicks trade, man?
Man, I think it's awesome, bro. A lot of people downplaying Big Cat, but I think it's going to be a tremendous trade for them.
That's kind of like going home for him too, because he's from the Jersey, New York area.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
And he's returning to play with Tibbs. He had his best years under Tibbs at the 5.
Man, the Knicks might be scary. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
I think they could possibly challenge the Celtics. They should definitely be at least a number 2 team over in the East.
Yeah, because you got Porzingis won't be back until they say like December, maybe January, and then man, Hartford is a year older, man. You know what I'm saying? So anything is possible.
They didn't get a young center in the draft or nothing.
No, I don't even know who they drafted. I thought they traded the picks away. Some of them because they got
I think
one.
it's for what is his name, man? He just came from the Nets.
Yeah, Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, thank you. Oh my gosh, that was bugging me.
Yeah, that's what I'm. They look, and then they still got a war chest left for picks. Man, the Knicks making some moves.
Yeah, it's about time. It took them long enough.
So now my question, man, y'all see B.I. new hairdo, man?
We've seen
the Andre 3000.
Yeah. Oh dang.
He got that perm working, man. It looked like my man on with Hustle and Flow.
Terrence Howard. Oh man. Dang.
You know what I'm saying? He's doing that perm, man. He looked like one of them Superfly movies back in the day.
Yeah.
But I hope that's giving him a new lease on life, so he can come in and start shooting some 3-pointers.
I don't think his hairdo is gonna do that. Mo.
Well, look, I'm grabbing at anything right now. You know what I'm saying?
I know. What about his IG post? Did you grab onto that?
Oh, the thing he did earlier when he was talking about I think he was talking about his money. He wasn't happy, right? His value, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it's not what you're worth, it's what you can negotiate, right? So if you think that's who you are, and then come on back and do your thing, and then we'll see about the money. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is you got to learn how to play off the ball and fit into a system where you plan on the perimeter. Because if we're gonna start one of those crazy lineups, man, without any shooting, he's gonna have to be a guy that's knocked down at 3 at least 38, 39% this year.
Mm-hmm.
And then if he can do that, then he can get his money. Because I don't care who they pay the money to. I just want to win. What you guys think?
Do you feel like Brandon is in the foreseeable future with Trey Murphy, hanging in the balance there?
It depends on what he does. I mean, his game and how he plays is gonna dictate that. All that stuff gonna work itself out. We could sit here and say, okay, we expect Trey Murphy to be this and we expect him to be that. But the bottom line is your play gonna dictate what you are. So if Brandon come out and has an expanded game and play the game the right way, then we'll see. Because you got to realize CJ is the guy I think they're going to move off of next year anyway, at some point.
Yeah, you're going to have to.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
a lot of money to come off the bench.
Exactly. And I think he's a distressed asset at this point, man. He's getting old. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, yeah, he's not athletic, and you got younger players. I mean, that's why you draft younger players, right? So you can move on from the older guys at some point. So I mean, that's the way I look at it.
I think BI can definitely play the 2 spot. Not guarding the 2 spot, I don't know about that.
He's not a bad defender when he wanted.
But you're talking about 2 guards, though, man. I don't know.
Well, I mean, all those guys are wings, so you're talking about a wing, right? So Herb gonna take the guy anyway. That's whoever the scorer is anyway.
Well, that's the problem. That's the problem we run into, and that's why I was going next. BI shoot more threes, and he's 40%, 38, 37% 3-point shooter on 6 to 7 attempts. I think that's enough. What they would consider keeping him, but the problem is. So what's the starting lineup? Like, okay, CJ's out of the way, but you got DeJounte, B.I., Herb, Zion. You gonna put Trey in the start lineup, or we gonna stay small forever?
No,
Or we gonna ever get a cent? So Trey gonna come off the bench. So Trey don't want to be a starter, and Trey don't want 180 something million. So it's basically, to me, the way I see it, because you got to start Herb, man. For as far as what he gives you defensively, right?
I agree with you.
So you got to choose. At some point, you're going to have to choose between Brandon Ingram and Trey Murphy.
Not necessarily
really simple,
if you move CJ.
We got DeJounte now, so you still got an issue. You can't play Trey, Brandon, and Herb in the starting lineup, Mose.
Let me answer that one.
No, Trey got to go to the bench, man. Trey is your sixth man, man. You mean it? You know,
I don't think Trey want to be a sixth man, and I think he'll opt to go to free agency because somebody will give him money to be a starter.
If you playing 28, 30 minutes a game, you're playing starter minutes. I mean, who cares if they call your name when you walk on the court in the beginning? You're still getting 30. You still, man, 30 minutes is 30 minutes. I don't care how you do. That's almost like, what's heavier, a pound of feathers or a pound of rocks? It's all a pound.
But I'd rather carry around the feathers though, Mose. I ain't gonna lie. What type of rocks it is though? Maybe I should ask that.
No matter what, it's a pound. The feathers and the rocks are the same.
I don't know, man. I think NBA players sometimes, man, it matters to them, man. It definitely does.
That's where coaching and that's where the organization, comes in. That's how you manage guys. You get guys to buy in. Hey, man, you may not start the game, but you're still gonna play 30 minutes. You're still gonna play 30 minutes a night. I mean, how much time you need to get it done, and you may play more, and you may be in the closing five. It all depends on what the situation is.
I mean, all that's cool, but looking at the way the players have, I mean, we do own this bird rights. We could match whatever deal, but if Trey Murphy goes out and has an excellent year, man, I think somebody could, especially if you're trying to keep Brandon Ingram too. I think there's a team out there that may possibly be able to overbid to get him. So I mean, you're gonna run into a problem with it's the money, man. So you're gonna have two forwards tied up 100-something million. We already complaining about CJ making 30 million on the bench. It's gonna be the same thing with Trey.
But what you got to realize is you got Herb is on a bargain basement deal. DeJounte Murray's deal is like kind of like a mid-level kind of salary, even at 30 million with the cap going up. So that's 30 million is chump change in the NBA in the next couple of years. So you still can fit those guys under the cap. Now, if you get a deal, let's say, okay, Brandon have a great year, and now all of a sudden his value is high, right? And now you can go out and trade him to get what you think you need. Then you move him. But
how are we gonna do that? We gotta sign him first. He's a free agent.
Well, we gonna sign him if he think about it, man. If
so you gonna sign him and then move him?
If he has a spectacular year, right? He's back in the game, borderline NBA All-Star, maybe NBA All-Star, whatever. Then that'll take care of itself. You can sign him and move him at the next trade deadline or whenever those 90 days. I mean, I think it's 90 days. After a contract, and then you can move him.
Well, that's the scenario that I painted up. I said that's possible because David Griffin, I don't think let him go for nothing. So you might be on to something with that, but to me, it still boils down between choosing between Brandon Ingram and Trey Murphy at some point. You can't get around on that one move.
I'm gonna be real with you. If he play like he's supposed to play, then I'm gonna be like any old good mom, and they're gonna be sister wives, buddy.
The Utah sister wives.
They're gonna be sister wives, bro. I'm telling you right now. That's what we're gonna have to do, because at the end of the day, you want Brandon Ingram to go out and have a tremendous season. So now you got options, man. You could either keep him or you can move him. But the bottom line is his value will go up because he's still a young man. But right now he has to change his game, because wherever he plays or whoever he plays with, he has to learn how to play off the ball.
Yeah, that's true. I can get with that.
He don't play off the ball all that way. But you know what? Now that I think about it, is it that he's horrible at playing off the ball, or he's been accustomed to not having a point guard so long that maybe he's a little rusty at it?
Or
He
what
played
it
off the
is,
ball a lot better when Lonzo ball
whatever.
than CJ.
But he's stubborn, man. He's a stubborn
Yeah,
dude right now.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah,
prideful guy. And what the
yeah.
scripture say, pride comes before fall, right?
yeah, that's
So
Mm-hmm.
right.
if
Better
he
speak
if
that, Mose.
hmm?
No, I was just saying you better speak that.
Yeah, so what I'm saying to myself is, you look, think about this. In every man's life, let's say every person's life, at some point we have to make a decision on who we want to be and what we are, basically, right? So as a basketball player, he's at a crossroad. He has to ask himself, do I want to play the way I want to play that doesn't mesh with any team in today's game? Or am I willing to adjust my game, which I have the ability to do? You know, he talk about knowing himself and knowing his value, and he has to make a educated decision and say, hey, look, this is what I have to do because he is capable of doing the other things. You know what I'm saying? Now you can be a damn fool if you want to. You know what I'm saying? He done made enough money, so it's not like he got to go push baskets at Walmart. He's okay. But the bottom line is, it's up to him, man. It's up to him because he still got man, at least a good 5 years of prime BI basketball. What we guilty of and everybody's guilty of in sports. All we saw was BI coming back last year, and then Lou Dort putting him in Angola, and and, we feel like the man can't play no more.
Not
And that's
that goal
bull.
moves.
That's bullshit. That man can still play basketball, right? But when we lost, everybody got down on it. Man, Bi, shit
Mm-hmm.
on Bi. Man, Bi ain't nothing. Well, we forget that this guy is actually a good basketball player. So now all of a sudden the national narrative and everything is, hey man, he doesn't fit. Look what they did with him
Say
on the
what?
USA team. He
No, he
don't fit
tripping.
with any. Man, that dude is not chopped liver, man. We can sit here and act like he is, but he is a really good basketball player. You know what I'm saying? But you also have to realize when you listen to GMs and all those guys talk, man, they trying to create a situation where they can get you for nothing, right? In a trade, or if you're a free agent, sign you for nothing. Man, there's a business side of this stuff, and those guys are always thinking about dollar and cents more than we are as consumers or fans of the game. We start to listen to that foolishness, and we start to tear down players ourselves. You know, that look, I want BI to come out and have an all-star year. So now the Pelican, he becomes a serious asset. They could keep him or they can move him. They can move him and get a lot for him, or they could keep him and then say, hey, look, this is the route we're gonna go. We're gonna move off of CJ. And the bottom line is, Trey, you're gonna be the sixth man. You still gonna play your 30, 32 minutes a night. Okay. And if you winning, see when you winning, it's easy to sell something to someone if you win it. Now if you just still, a fringe team barely getting the playoff, if I'm Trey Murphy, I don't want to hear that shit. But if we winning, look, man, I'll be Jamal Crawford. What's wrong with being Jamal Crawford? And then to me, Trey got to do a lot more anyway because this game is limited, man. He ain't, he's not a ball handler, playmaker, mid-range guy, make plays. What he is, you know what he is? A guy who can shoot the three and get to the rim. He has no middle game. He has no playmaking skills whatsoever. He's still kind of loose with the basketball. He's still like a goofy dude playing basketball that can really
Yeah.
jump.
Yeah, we'll see how he been, what he improved on in this offseason. Because what we can say is that, Trey has taken jumps in his game. We can't even deny that he hasn't taken jumps in
He,
his
he's
game.
he's getting better,
Yeah, so I
but you
mean, like, and he's not really like he's not the best playmaker. Can I say that? All right, like he was born to be a playmaker? No, but I seen him like what I'm saying, have some form of playmaking skills and things like that. And he's a good basketball player. First of all, you know what I'm saying.
now
Like
look. Let
being
me
a
tell you
good
this.
basketball player, sometimes being a good basketball player entails of some playmaking too. You know what I'm saying. It doesn't
Look,
have to be all this fancy stuff, but making the right decision is good playmaking as well.
you know what everybody like to say? Oh, you worked on something in the off season. The off season is about 4 months. Hey, bro, this ain't Oz. You can't go to the Wizard and say give me a mid range game.
Yeah,
It may take a little bit longer.
yeah, but
I'm
they bust their ass every day though, man. Like That's why you go hard in the offseason, like
You go,
almost every day. And
man.
I
But
feel
to
like
me, to me,
Trey I feel like Trey love the game.
but he got a long way to go to be the type, because he's not really a scorer. You can't say, well, damn, he's a bona fide like Jamal Crawford. Jamal Crawford was a bona
Nah,
fide bucket getter. He ain't
nah,
that
but
kind of guy.
and I don't feel like that either. But Klay Thompson not that type of guy either, where he crossing you up, taking you to the rack. Like, but he know, you know what I'm saying? He's a smart enough player to know where his strength is. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
There
I
we
want to, I want to, I want to say,
hold on. Let's see. There we
okay.
go, making unrealistic comparison to guys who are Hall of Famers, man. That guy is not. He is not Klay Thompson. So I'm not going to compare him. You got
Well,
to look at the
I
system.
have
You
a
got to look
more
at the
recent
system.
one.
You got to look at the system he played in, and you got to look at the players he
I'm
played
just
with
saying.
that made his game easy.
Yeah, I'm just saying, bro. He puts up 30 and 40 too.
Well, I
Yeah,
think the thing is the fit. The fit really does matter in this situation. And one
exactly.
guy who comes to mind, I know you said Murray, but I'm looking more at Michael Porter Jr. When you look at his game, he doesn't play make. You know what I'm saying? His game is kind of similar to Trey Murphy.
That's why I don't think they're max players.
Okay, but Michael Porter Jr. is getting paid, right? I mean,
But
he has his back.
and
So
and, and
it's
because,
the fit around the other pieces that they have. When you're and I think that's the thing that needs to be emphasized a whole lot more. It's not about like being the best player, because obviously I want Trey to expand his game. I'm not saying that I don't want that, but at the same time, his fit is perfect next to Zion, just like with Michael Porter Jr.
Thank you.
His fit is perfect with Jokic and
but
what
that's
they
not that's
need for the team.
see, that's
Right.
two different arguments now we
And
have,
that's
right?
30 points easily without even trying as much.
That's that we having two different arguments now, right? We're
Oh,
not
we are.
talking about we're not talking about fit. We were talking about whether or not he was a max player or not, and what in his game that
Well,
tells us he's a max player.
Well,
Now,
according to Michael Porter Jr.
Right.
and guys like him,
He
he is
is.
a max player.
and
Mm-hmm.
that's why
Because
they
the
had to
thing
get
is,
rid.
it's a shooter's league. They're trying. They want, snipers.
And because of them paying Michael Porter Jr. all that money for that one skill that he has, watch what's happening to their team. They can't pay anybody else, right? Because you're paying max money to a guy who does not have max skill, a max ability. He has one skill. He has one skill. A max guy should be able to do it all. He can, if he's not hitting the
Yeah, I
3-point
agree.
shot, he can't help his team no other way. But he's making max dollars.
But I guess
Let's
then
fight.
again you're putting that emphasis on the fit, and his fit and what he's doing is perfect for what the team needs, and it works. You know what I'm saying?
We
So
got a championship.
They won one championship, and I don't think they'll ever get another one.
hey, but hey
It
man,
worked.
it works, and that's what they're doing. I mean, even when you shoot the Bogdanovich, you know what I'm saying? They can look. I think Franz Wagner, and you know what I'm saying. There's a lot of guys that don't have like really. They're like I wouldn't say that they're a role player. They're probably between a role player and
You believe Wagner is a max player?
huh?
You believe Wagner
Man,
is a max player?
I don't believe a lot of guys are max players. But the thing is that that's what's on the market.
Yeah.
You see what
Well,
I'm
you got to
saying?
give the money to somebody. You got to give the
Yeah,
money to somebody.
you know what I'm saying. So I mean, there's a lot of guys that I feel like, man, you don't deserve that money. You know what I'm saying? But they're getting it, and it's a standard in the league. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it makes sense if it makes sense for Michael Porter Jr. to have that, and he's one dimensional. It makes sense for Trey Murphy, which I don't think Trey Murphy. I think he's going to add on to his game.
Mm-hmm.
And I do agree with you. Trey Murphy, he does look clumsy. He doesn't look like he's used to his
That dude
body.
is goofy out there, man.
What'd
But
you
he
say?
did.
That dude is goofy out there, man.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
but
I
the
mean,
thing is, I
some
mean, when he's
things look
attacking the basket, sometimes it concerns me. But when that ball goes in, it's like, you know
right.
what?
It don't matter how it look.
I've seen dudes like Sean Marion
Come
that
on now.
had monkey shots. Okay, like the shot didn't make sense,
Yeah.
but the ball went in the
That's
hole.
all that matter.
You know what I'm saying? So
30
But
points.
that's not what I'm. That's not what I'm saying, man. He can shoot the ball. I'm not even disputing it. He can get to the hole. But man, he's got to have a middle game somewhere in there because
Well, I
you
feel
got to
like
be able to do more. You a
yeah,
max guy, man. I want max. I want more. I want you to be able to play make.
well,
Play
he
make
hasn't
wing.
hit his prime yet, so he still has time.
right, and he's
Like,
been doing it.
they focus and that's why you're giving those extensions
Well, the
because it's like,
market
yeah,
dictates that he get the money. The
the
market
potential,
dictates.
the market and the potential, the upside. Like,
Mhm.
hey, hey man, we see where you can, if you add this to your game, like, we see that coming. But that's why they give
Yeah.
those extensions during the rookie contracts. Because they're expecting, okay, the way that you're gonna grow, we see you getting here. You know what I'm saying? So keep
Yeah,
working. That's why we
and
give you
then look,
we're solidifying that. Look at what they did with Herb
and then how about this? Like, not saying that this is like the
and Herb
standard,
exceeded expectations.
the standard for being a good or great player, but how many dudes can get in the 3-point contest and the dunk contest? I mean, this guy is I won't say he has potential. This is not even though you say he clumsy and all that, man, but this still a guy that puts people in the hole. You know what I'm saying? Putting on people's head, can shoot, and he has been working on the midi. You know what I'm saying? We've seen him attempt that midi. You know what I'm saying? Pull in. You know what I'm saying? In the mid range. You know what I'm saying? Faking people out from the three and then pulling them for the mid range. Like we've seen him do it. So as far as like like I said, how he looks doing it, yes, I mean it's something different that he's added to his game, and maybe he's had that growth spurt. So of course he's probably still adjusting to his body that he's developed over time. But dog, we can't sit and say, man. I mean, dog been putting the effort into the game. You know what I'm saying? Into the details and things like that. And he's an efficient player. He's done his job. He's think about it. BI still in the way. So like, and we seen in the playoffs, he was one of the bright spots in the playoffs. So for him not having a guy that can create for him, he was still getting pretty much some buckets in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? For him, so-called not being a guy that can create and stuff like that, he was still getting buckets. So how would that even look? How would that even expand when Zion comes back? And it's like it's not over. Like what you saying? What's his name that was just talking? Mose. Oh yeah, Mose. Like Mose still on here?
Mose that disappeared.
Oh, Mose disappeared.
He said what he got and did.
Yeah, like
well,
he
he
was
still
saying
had
he was
technical
he was
difficulties.
he was saying he wasn't a max player and stuff like that. But I mean, like
I mean,
a
neither
little
is
bit
Michael
of
Porter
a little
Jr.
bit right, a little bit of how you affecting the game. You know what I'm saying? According to the organization. Like this is about the organization at the end of the day. It ain't about how you can fit somewhere else or this place. How the fuck do you fit here? And how can we grow with that and be at the peak of our game? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he adds to that when it comes to Zion, you know what I'm saying? Affecting the game, you know what I'm saying? Wins for us and having somebody that can spread the full form and stuff like that. And this is a guy that can shoot that 6'10". 6'10". Like, come on, it's not a lot of guys like that in the league. You know what I'm saying? They can put it on your head, get in the 3-point contest, 6'10", can space the floor, can go for 30. You know what I'm saying? Like that's rare. That combination is rare. You ain't seeing no Michael Porter in no dunk contest. He has more. Trey Murphy has more athleticism than Michael.
Yeah, I
You know
think
what I'm saying?
Michael Porter Jr. and Trey Murphy, it's a good comp, but I think Trey has the potential to be way better.
Yeah, I feel like he does. You hold on, say one more time. You think who's potential to be better?
Trey Murphy.
Yeah,
he can do more than
right. And I feel like
Michael Porter Jr. I think if his back wasn't messed up, he probably would be better than Trey, but he's too stiff, man.
And it's like we know what Mike doing. Like we don't even know what Trey gonna be doing, and he's still putting up 20 and 30. This guy's still developing and stuff like that. Like so, man. It's I feel like I mean, this is the year that I'm hoping. I don't know what y'all were talking about prior to me coming on, but Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, this is the year where hopefully we can see more of him getting, you know what I'm saying, featured in the offense a little bit more, getting more touches over BI. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping that DeJounte and can come and help enforce that as well. 'Cause I'm not sure how much Willie gonna do enforcing that.
So my
But
question,
what's up? What's up? DJ Mekovich, man. What's up, man?
it's not-
DJ Mekovich.
That's funny.
all right.
What's up,
So
dog?
I'm going back to original question. What is your 5? So to answer that, and I don't think they're gonna do it, but they have DeJounte at the 1, Herb at the 2.
Or BI the 3?
No, wait, hold on. It's yeah, no.
Or Trey at the
It's
3?
wait, hold on. Let's see, I forgot
Man,
how
you
you got
crazy
it.
if you don't play BI at the 3.
No, it's okay.
Yeah,
No,
I
I
got a
got it
lot of
wrong.
experience at the 4 too, Mose.
Zion gonna play the 4.
Well, Zion might play the center on offense.
No, man, you're gonna have to
Well,
put a
according
bigger
to what
guy
they
in there.
talking about.
On offense.
But who
You
gonna
gotta
play
hear
the
what I
5?
said.
Who gonna play the 5 on defense?
Herb.
No,
Herb.
listen.
No, man.
Zion can't play the 5. So who you think better at playing the 5, Zion or Herb?
Neither one of them.
If that's the two options you got.
But that's not what they're gonna do. Now you can do that if you're gonna do like your little dead lineup thing at some portions of the game, but you can't start a lineup like that, man. It's the NBA. You're gonna get murdered on the boards.
Listen. Hey,
It
It's a
depends on the
big-man
match.
league.
It depends on the matchups, man. Some matchups I think you get away with it.
Do that,
Let
and you
DJ
have to
say his
start.
lineup.
You have to start Bi, man. You trying to move Bi. If you're trying to move him, you can't. What you can't do is take your own stuff and downgrade it. You'd be a damn fool.
no, listen.
You don't want.
I said let DJ say what he was saying.
Hello.
Go ahead, DJ. We sorry.
All right, so I don't think they're gonna do this, but this is a questionable lineup. It's DeJounte Murray at 1, CG at the 2, Herb at the 3, Bi at the 4, and Zion at the 5. I don't see Zion at the 5, so
That ain't happening.
that's out.
He said wasn't no Trey in that lineup, huh?
Trey has to come off the bench as this team is configured right now. He has to,
Man, he been coming off the bench, man.
and that's what he's going to have to do right now. Because
when he start, it's a lot better.
He has to come off the bench,
realistically, CJ's probably going to be the one to come off
the bench. Because I feel
like if it's between Brandon and CJ, it's probably going to be CJ.
Yeah. He see the bigger picture more than BI. So,
man, Trey is coming off the bench. What you cannot do.
Like Mo said, though, like the thing is, in order to make a decision on Brandon, he does have to play. He has to play. I mean, there's a lot of factors. The dude is trying to play, for his next extension. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, think about this.
Other teams want to see what he can do. So, from a business standpoint, he does. I mean,
it would be bad business not to start him.
Yeah. Because the thing is, right now, the Pelicans are kind of stuck with him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because nobody wants him. Look at his market value right now.
And you have to hope he plays well where you can move him if you want to move him. But you'd be crazy if you that's like okay, I'm gonna sell you a car, right? And I'm gonna come and tell you, hey man, it needs spark plugs, it needs tires, man, it needs windshield wiper. I'm not gonna devalue my own property. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want to turn him into more of a distressed asset than he is.
And Griff is trying to get top dollar for him, but I think he needs to kind of just come down from that high because I don't really feel like that's gonna happen.
Yeah, but you can't take a bag of chips and a can of Coke for him either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean that's true. Yeah, I get it, but it's just the thing is that again, you look at where he is now, and then possibly how much higher can he get? During golly, losing my mind.
He is capable of
Mid
he is
season.
he's capable of going out and have 35, 40 points game for you, depending on depending on how the game flows. And if he decides he wants to start shooting that three ball, man, he's a valuable asset to move when you're ready to move him. I man, look, if you could have moved him this off season and you came back, okay, you put Trey in the starting lineup, okay, you good. But because you couldn't, you have to make smart, prudent business decisions with the basketball, with all of this, with the business and the basketball side. You, like I said, you cannot do that to your own asset. Man, it's not like if BI was 34 years old, we would be having a different conversation. What is he, 27?
Yeah, he just turned 27.
Yeah, his
birthday.
BI is an old 27, but 27 still young because he's been in the league like 8 years, I think, almost. But
No, he's coming
I
up
mean,
on
he might play on 16 seasons or so. I don't know how long BI.
Oh yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So that's when we having this conversation about him, we're not talking about a 35-year-old guy. We're talking about a guy that's 27 years old. I mean, you are just hitting your prime in basketball or any sport at that point. You know, that's just like we when you go to the Saints and what's happening with Alvin Kamara. You know, everybody closing the door on the guy. Man, the guy 27 years old. You know, and then you got you put in that the injury, the games missed. It's not like he's got a whole lot of wear and tear on his body because he's missed a lot of ball games. You know, throughout those 8 years or 10 years he's been in the NBA. So it's not like he's got dog years on him.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is you have to give him a chance to do something good so you can move him, and that's what you want to do. Man, to me, ain't nothing like having, a bunch of problems, as in because you got too much of something. Man, that's just like having too much. That's just like having man, that's like having too much money. Ain't no such thing. You know what I'm saying?
Willie's got a whole lot.
Come on, Lex.
What? I'm just saying.
Willie.
You know what I'm saying? Look,
know-
he had the availability.
See, I try not to think about Willie Green at all this offseason.
Like, look what he did. You know what I'm saying?
If we play our cards right,
too much.
we can win it all in spite of Willie Green.
But you know what we got to hope for? We got to hope one of the young centers develop. And then
I think they will. I think they will, Mose. I think I like Carlo Makovich, man. I think he has a lot of potential.
I like him too. If those guys can develop, now you're in a situation now you can really go out and get what you need. It don't really have to be any particular position. It's whatever you feel like you need to help your team.
Right.
Because as the season goes on, you're gonna see what you're missing. You're gonna see what you don't have and what you need, that little small ingredient to get you over the top. You'll be able to see that if those guys develop. So that's the best case scenario right there to be in, right? So I don't know, man. The one thing about, Willie Green, man, Willie Green just scares the shit out of me. That's just, he's just a guy that I don't have any faith in,
Oh, no. You know what? Just keep talking. Keep talking.
You make Alex night, boy.
But I don't, man. He's just a guy.
I just want y'all to know I'm not by myself. Okay, go on.
He's just a
Come
guy.
on, Alex. You weren't never by yourself. I had you back.
But he's a guy that you can't trust him, man. He's, like I said, sometimes you get guys like that who play in the league, and they were journeyman players, and fringe rotation guys, and they have a tendency to want to coach like that, man, with guys. You understand? You take him and Ty Lue, because Ty Lue was kind of like a fringe rotation guy too throughout his NBA career. He wasn't really a starter or a main contributor on the team. He was always a guy who was in and out of the rotation. Mm-hmm. But he's more sensible as a coach than Willie Green, man. Mm-hmm. But and another thing, we sit here and talk about a guy like Willie Green. You know what I know? Willie Green played all those years in the NBA. He understands X and O's and all of that stuff, man. But where his problem is decision making. That's the issue he has, and it's not just man. That's at every level. That's from the professional leagues all the way to the damn playground. Man, people, guys who excel at being a good coach to me is a guy that can make good decisions before the game, within the game, and after the game. And that's where he struggles, man. He struggles doing the game.
The flow and the vibe of the game. Yep.
Exactly, man. You take a look at Mike Tomlin with the Steelers, man. Man, Mike Tomlin can put DC at quarterback and win. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, I got some legs here, dog.
Look, DC, I guarantee you, Mike Tomlin can
high praise, DC.
You know what I think Mike
do
Tomlin
my best
can do?
Lamar impersonation out there.
You know what I think Mike Tomlin can do? He can actually come and coach the NBA team, and I guarantee you, and he can win.
God damn, you got a lot of hope in Mike Tomlin. Huh?
No, but what I'm saying is, man,
Mike Tomlin does find a way to win, though.
He's a leader, man. He's a leader. He get guys to buy into what he's doing.
He figures it out.
He figures it out. I'm telling you, man. He know how to deal with men and get the best out of guys.
And there's a reason why they haven't had no top picks, right?
Yeah,
they don't have no top picks.
Nah,
like
never.
They taking somebody else's.
He took Justin Fields, who the Bears basically gave away. They was done with, and he over that 3-0 with him. So I get
that
it.
dude can have limited knowledge of X and O's and have guys on his coaching staff, and he can manage those guys and make decisions and win. Whatever that it factor is, he's a guy who has it, man. You know what I'm saying? You can take any Andy Reid, any of those top guys, man. From other leagues, man. If they come to that league and learn that game a little bit, man, they just know how to manage and make good decisions, man. Willie Green is a horrible decision maker.
Yeah.
And hopefully, because we saying okay, he's gonna learn, he's gonna develop. But I'd be damned if he hadn't learned by this time next year, and we still struggling. He's going to develop on somebody else's team. So that's the way I look at it, man. Either you have it or you don't have it. And the one thing about the NBA, the guys who won championships in the NBA is not a lot of coaches. Most of those guys have won multiple NBA championships. And I used to always say this about Elvin Gentry. I'm like, man, that dude ain't no winner. You know what I'm saying? When he was at Phoenix and he had Nash and all those guys and they were winning, he could only take a team so far. You got guys that can only take a team so far.
That's what we're seeing with Willie now.
Yeah, and you have to pass the baton. Think back to the Chicago Bulls when Doug Collins, man, they were winning. They were winning with Doug Collins, right? Yeah. He could only take them so far.
Coaching matters.
When they fired him, everybody was like, they fired Doug Collins and hiring some guy named Phil Jackson. Who the hell is that? Phil Jackson got him over the hump, and then he started winning. Some guys.
That triangle offense.
I told y'all that years ago, man. I said, man, look, we got our Mark Jackson. Now it's time to get our Steve Kerr.
Yes.
Told y'all.
Yes.
James Borrego, baby.
James Borrego might be. That dude ain't never won nothing.
But he's
what did Steve Kerr win before he went to the Warriors?
You
that's
keep
the defense.
You keep
exactly.
And that offense, because that's what Steve Kerr did.
Man,
Mark Jackson brought the defense.
James Borrego hadn't won a thing. He's been a head coach and he sucked.
He doesn't suck.
He don't suck. Most he had Chicago. What that is, Charlotte. He had Charlotte with LaMelo Ball and Mikal Bridges with a top 10 offense, bro. They ain't really even had that much. And guess who else he had? I think he had Devontae, the boy we had over here. The other Devontae. Devontae Graham.
You know what I know, man?
Had them a top 10 offense, man.
You know what I know, man? A 7 ain't bad, but man, give me a 10.
What 10 you gonna get though? Like what? I mean, where's the 10? Please show me. You gonna get Mike Tomlin to retire from football and come take over?
I don't know who he is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who the next great guy is. It's up to them to find him. You think you have to find that guy? I don't know who he is. Nobody knows who he is. I mean, you have to go through whatever process you go through and say, okay, maybe this is the guy. Maybe this is the next great coach. Did you think people thought Phil Jackson would be a great coach?
Kind of hard to
Yeah,
say.
How you didn't? Who knew? Man, you know what? Phil
because they were
Jackson
talking
famous.
I knew he was gonna be a
they were
great
talking about his system and what he did. And Phil Jackson had won championships as a player, or at least one. I think
Man,
with the Knicks.
listen.
He was with
They
the
were
Knicks.
talking about how innovative he
DC,
was, man, and they moved.
DC. You know what Phil Jackson was famous for? Being on the Knicks bench and being a hippie in the 70s. That's what he was famous for. That's what he was. Well, not any basketball acumen. Nobody. That dude was a hippie, weed smoking, long haired dude with a headband sitting on the Knicks bench while Willis Reed and Dave the Butcher and Clyde and Earl Monroe was winning basketball games for the Knicks.
All right, I give you that one, bro.
You know what I'm
Find
saying?
that perfect 10 though.
Man, that's the same thing with if you look in football, guys with multiple championships. Man, Bill Belichick failed as a Cleveland Brown coach. He sucked. Him and Nick Saban both. Nick Saban was his defensive coordinator. They sucked. Man, they sucked. Then all of a sudden he got another chance, and then look what happened. Maybe that may be Borrego. That might be his. Maybe we can compare him to what Belichick was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know because
all
y'all
about
got
situations, man.
a lot of
Player
faith in it.
personnel.
You know, I mean, but why? But what gets me why guys
Jay,
like Avery don't get a chance to coach again? Shit, he won a championship.
Coach Avery.
I'm not saying come be the Pelicans coach, but I'm saying my issue a lot of times with that. Avery Johnson won a championship,
Avery
man.
Johnson.
Avery Johnson won a championship.
Johnson.
Yeah, he can't get an NBA job again.
I ain't think he was all that coach though, but yeah, he cool though.
I mean, why you think that? Why you think he wasn't all that?
Probably because of the sound of his voice,
I
similar
don't
to Stan Van Gundy.
know. Nah, he was cool. Avery was cool dude.
You see what I'm saying, man? What we have to do is sometimes with our people, man, we don't believe in giving them no second chance. If they don't want something, okay, man, now we can kick them to the back burner. Now we got all about it, but we recycle all them other people.
Yeah,
All them
facts.
other people, we recycle them. But that's the stuff to me that don't make no sense, man. That's that self-hatred that we have sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, facts.
So they
The
always
system.
talking about once you have a championship, that kind of like immortalize you as a coach. Man, that dude won. That dude beat LeBron James him.
I ain't even know that though. Be
Yeah,
honest with
with Dirk Nowitzki, he was the guy who was coaching that in Kenny the Jet. They were underdogs.
you.
They
Damn.
were down
I got
3-1. He
champion.
came back and beat those people. You know what I'm saying? But now Avery can't get a job. You know what we talking about? It James Borrego, man. Same thing like Mark Jackson, man. They shit on Mark Jackson, and then now they done
You know
blackball him
what?
out of the league.
Hey, Mose.
Whoa.
What do you think about obviously we can't get them now, but Ime Udoka and Sam Cassell.
I like Sam.
Cassell can't get a chance. They won't even give
Yeah,
the
I
man a
know.
chance.
And I know, which is crazy.
Sam from my city too.
I would be really, I wouldn't mind, giving him a shot because I mean he's been in the league. You know what I'm saying?
He's been
Like
in the
for a
league.
long time.
He was tough as a player. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? He played with toughness, so he's gonna be fierce. He's not
Yeah.
gonna tolerate foolishness, man.
Hell no.
Yeah.
That man played on the same team with Mad Max,
Yeah.
Vernon Maxwell. You know what I'm saying?
They soldiers.
Yep, them dudes. That's what I'm saying. See, a guy like that, you want him in your foxhole. A
And
guy like Willie.
he pretty good developmental coach too.
Yeah, see somebody like Willie Green. If I was going in a fight, man, I'm shooting
Yeah.
him first because I don't want to get him to get me killed. You know that's
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, man. I want a guy. If they find me dead, Sam Cassell he on top of me because he got shot first. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of thing.
That's the type of dude he is. Yeah.
That's
It'd
the
be
type
nice
of
to
dude.
give him a shot though.
Yeah, and then he's a champion as a player.
Yeah.
You know, he played with Akeem. You know,
Mhm.
Maxwell. What's his name? Mario Ellie, Kenny the Jet Smith. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know, Kelvin Cato. I know that's a blast from the past, but that's the type of team they had. You know,
Yeah.
but they won't even give that guy a chance, man. They recycle
I
all
don't
of these coaches.
understand that either. Why do you think that is? Did he do something? I mean,
No, I mean, it's the ownership, man. And look at that, JJ Redick, man. JJ Redick get a chance before
and that's
Sam
crazy.
Cassell.
And he has zero experience.
Well,
Zero
that's the
experience.
America
I
we
got
live
more
in.
experience than him.
Hey, you know what he is? He's a DEI hire.
Oh
I don't
man.
want to get off into politics with y'all, but that's what I'm
Not
saying. And
hey, but
we
once he did that podcast with LeBron, it was almost like that was like a done deal. It was almost like that was a setup.
man, white boy ain't gotta have credentials, man. I hate to say that. You don't have to have the same
Yeah,
kind of
that's
credentials
true.
that a
Yep.
brother gotta have.
No.
You know, he same thing they did with Steve Kerr came from the television booth. They did it
Yeah.
with Steve Nash,
Well, you
never
know, he
coached
was a
before.
GM before though. Steve Kerr was a GM for the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah. But he left that job and went to the television booth, and then he left the
Yeah.
television booth and went into coaching.
But
But once
see,
again, they don't.
JJ don't got nothing though. And plus
Who?
Steve Kerr, he played with the Bulls, so he's a champion.
Yeah,
And
he
he's
played
a
with the
champion
Bulls
with the Spurs
and
too.
the Spurs. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I mean JJ, you know, he ain't no champion. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
He's a white boy with a slick mouth, man. That's what he is.
yeah. And I think he's trying to have that big talk, thinking that the big talk, like dog, you with the Lakers. And the Lakers, the fans, the organization, they demand winning and winning at a high level. So good
Man,
luck.
every
Because I
every
feel like it's the same situation as Steve Nash when Steve Nash was with the Nets.
but
You
you
know
know
what I'm
what?
saying? It's almost like like KD, Kyrie, and James Harden. They didn't want a real coach, and
But
that's
they
basically
they
what
vouch for
LeBron
that
went and
guy.
got. Huh?
They vouch for that guy. The same thing LeBron did, man. For all the good they
Yeah,
do, they at some point they vouch for guys
because it's
who
almost
you
like
don't
a
need to
dummy
vouch for.
coach.
Well, they vouch for guys who you don't need to vouch for. They gonna get it anyway. You know,
Yeah,
help Sam Cassell get a job.
I
That's who
know,
you can help get
I
a
know,
job.
and that's crazy.
Man.
Where's that at, Bron?
And you know, because Willie is a brother, but to me, Willie to me,
Willie
Willie is the type of
kind
dude
of
I
like
want.
a pushover though, man. I mean,
But
he like he was a fourth option. Let's be honest, and Harvard kind of pointed that out. You know, he said Pelicans picking up all these great value coaches. They don't want to pay anybody. That's why we have Willie Green, and that's true.
man, Willie Green is a guy I would like to go have a drink with, maybe sit down and talk, man. But as far as coaching my basketball team, oh no, man, something missing, man. Something
Yeah,
like
the killer, the edge. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
The attitude, the fire, the real fire, not the fake one. Not when some reporter has to check you on backing your superstar because you want to keep your money in your pocket.
All I
No,
can say is when
that's
Willie
not the
walk
type
on the
of coach.
court, when he walk on the court at the Smoothie King Center, gotta put on some Keith Sweat. Something just ain't right. Man, that's how I feel about that guy, man. I've seen enough. I've seen enough to know that maybe he needs to go out and be an assistant for another few years and then come back again. Maybe,
You know what?
maybe
Willie
Man,
Green
you
would
need
be a solid college coach.
assist man, college
It's
assistant
not,
coach,
but the way that he made, making adjustments
bag boy,
in his decision making, it's not there. It's not there. And
chef.
even all those things like when he was talking in the presser, DeJounte Murray's presser, and even during summer league, you can still hear in his voice that dude, you still have the same mentality. I don't hear the growth.
Academic advisor.
Who you said
I'm just giving out roles for Willie.
you naming titles that he would
Yeah,
be good at?
yeah, you know,
Crazy. Academic advisor.
you know,
Oh my gosh, that was great.
you know.
Dang, man. Yeah.
well,
Especially when you have banners in the gym that say joy and compassion. Those are not basketball. That's not basketball terminology, man.
You think that? Yeah, I
Like,
guess that was influenced by Willie, huh?
yeah, look at him. You're like, I want to approach things with love. Dog, nobody cares about love. Like, the thing is, we're trying to win. We're trying to win. I think there's too much emphasis on family and culture. Look,
Yeah.
first of all, the foundation of the culture needs to be winning. If the foundation of the culture is winning, guess what? Family's gonna be there because when you winning, everybody love each other.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody love each other. So I mean, I don't understand why that's joy is not a basketball term. If you would have asked me like, hey man, what you want to hang up in the band? Look, like winning. You know what I'm saying?
That's just something. Joy is just something that you say within a moment of a game. Like if we don't look like we're having enough joy playing the game, that's just something you say. Not being a damn standard.
Yeah, all that's bullshit, man. Win.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Winning.
All that stuff that is
Look,
there to
killer
deflect.
instinct. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
He don't look like he happy playing the game. Then quit and go work at Walmart.
Why
You know what I'm
you
saying?
I don't do that, man. Don't.
But to me, I don't
Hey,
like.
hey,
See,
we
you know what
lost
I
one.
don't like. You know
Hey,
what
we
I don't
lost
like.
one of our Walmart
What's the
players.
matter with Walmart?
Hey, we
Nothing
don't.
wrong with Walmart.
Hey,
Walmart is a reputable company. But you know what
hey,
I don't like.
we
You
lost one of
know.
our Walmart players, Mo.
Yeah, I
Oh.
feel you, man. I
Oh.
feel you.
But
Oh my
what I'm
god.
saying is, man, look. There's only a few guys that can play professional sports, man.
Yeah.
Everybody don't have the ability to play professional sports.
And
So what
everybody
you?
don't have the ability to coach either.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, what you mad about?
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
no.
Then all you got to do is stop playing and
Making some
come out there and
Bible
get your ass
stuff.
a regular job.
Appreciate that, man.
What? All you got to do is quit playing and come out and get you a regular job, and then be happy. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, recommend me first though. You know what I'm saying? Before you just jet out, you know what I'm saying? Shoot.
Man, if the good Lord bless you with the ability to play professional sports and make that kind of money doing it, you got to be a damn fool if you throw it away. That's just the way I see it, because everybody who work every day and to take care of their families and whatever, man, and have to do whatever they got to do to make ends meet, and you whining about playing time and this, that, and the other when you making all this kind of money, man, you the damn fool. Quit. All you gotta do, like I say, get mad and quit. That's what you do, and you come out here and grind like everybody else. Man, I don't feel sorry for them dudes. And another thing is, man, whatever you do in your personal life and all that stuff, I don't care nothing about that. I come to watch basketball. I don't want to know nothing about you after that. That's just look, I'm gonna mind my business, you mind your own business. If I happen to run into you and we sitting down and chat and we having a conversation just like I would have with another dude, okay, I'm cool with it. But as far as how you live and what you do in the community, man, that's on you.
Yeah, I don't care about the community stuff either.
Man,
That's a tax write-off. You know what I'm
man,
saying?
win basketball games. I want you
You
to
know
I
what
want you to show up on the night we play basketball and win basketball games. If you do that, man, I'm okay. I don't need to know nothing else about you. That's just me. I mean, it's entertainment to me. I'm not. Them dudes ain't my buddy, my friend. I don't know none of them guys, and I don't idolize none of them guys. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody autograph. What the hell I'm gonna do with getting another man to sign me something? I don't want that. I don't care nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? If you signing me a check, it's something different. But just
Yeah,
write
sure.
on something, man. The hell
Look,
what I
look,
want with your signature
look.
for?
You need a publicist? You
Yeah, you need to, man. I don't care nothing, but I don't care
know what
nothing
I'm
about
saying?
them guys like that.
Look, you need me to follow you around with a camera, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're doing your basketball stuff. So,
I'm gonna
hey,
tell you one of
just
the
check
experience I had with a professional athlete. I was living in Dallas, and I remember I was flying back to New Orleans one time,
Mm-hmm.
and we come into the airport, and I see Deion Sanders. That's when he's playing with Dallas, and the second wife he got right. He's standing in the airport. He's talking loud on the phone because he wants people to know to look at him, right? But at the same time, he don't want to be bothered with you. So I got two young kids with me. I said, man, don't y'all go bother that dude, man. I said that dude is a fake and he's a phony. He's talking loud because he wants the attention to know you there, but he don't want you to. He don't want to be bothered with you. He got his wife or girlfriend at the time. She's checking in. She's carrying the luggage. She's doing all kinds of things. I said to myself, man, I enjoy watching this dude play football and baseball. But man, I don't want to be. You don't want to be bothered with me. I don't want to be bothered with you either. You know what I'm saying? I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm betting on you on Sunday, you better do what you got to do. That's how I look at all that stuff, man. I pull for my team. I pull for team. I watch guys play. But outside of that basketball stuff, man, or football or whatever it is I'm pulling for, man, I ain't worried about none of that stuff. So all of that stuff that Griff talk about like sustainable this and love and peace and happiness and all that kind of other stuff. Man, if you win basketball games, I'm gonna be happy and I'm gonna be peaceful and all that other stuff that he asking for.
Oh goodness.
Come here talking all that crazy talk to me like we stupid. We supposed to listen to all of this.
We're just all good human beings.
Yeah, good human beings. Man, we ain't church. You know what I'm saying? Man, win football games. He had the podium sounding like Billy Graham or somebody. Man, win basketball game. He should have took his ass to one of them Diddy parties and maybe he'd be different.
What the hell?
Oh goodness, what?
Hey, Mo,
Goodness, don't go there, man. We trying to stay away from that dude, man.
What?
Look, him and Costco. You know what I'm saying? Costco don't want nothing to do with him either.
That's what I'm saying. He should have took his ass to one of them damn Diddy parties. He'd be different, man.
Oh my God.
I'm more sure he could have got in shit.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man. I'm just saying, man. Look, man, win basketball games, and that's all I need. That's all I need you to do. I don't need nothing else from you.
Well, we don't need no baby oil.
You don't need no baby oil. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe we need to send him a 55-gallon drum of baby oil. That'll change some things, man. You know
what? You know what, dude? For all the fellas up in here, does that change your perspective on buying baby oil? You know, if y'all have little ones at home. You know what I'm saying? I'm just asking.
Come on,
let's not ran the baby oil market up too. They probably done went to the store, got some.
I don't know if they marked it up. They probably need to bring their price down.
Price is way too high. You need to cut it up.
Well, he didn't say what brand. You know, there's different brands and things. So I guess Johnson and Johnson's is safe.
A whole lot of baby oil in there.
Oh goodness, we're gonna have to pray about a lot of stuff with all that stuff going on, man.
Well, to me, all I know is, man, like they always say, money is the root of all evil, man, and power and all that kind of stuff, man. That guy, when guys have all that money and all that power, man, they have a tendency to let all that stuff that's inside of them come out because they can do all kinds of filthy ass things, and then they do it right because they got power over people and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, and they have access. You know, everything is exposed to them, all the good, all the bad, and basically it's like, okay, you know. And then, once they get a whiff of that, and it's almost it's like a drug. It becomes addictive.
Well, it's just like if you go back, if you read, a lot of stuff about the Romans and stuff and the way they lived, it's the same way, man. We act like all that stuff is new. None of that stuff is new to the world.
History repeating itself.
Yeah, none of that stuff is new to the world. Now we're supposed to be more civilized, and we have all of these rules in society now that people didn't have during those times. So people lived any kind of way. People did what they want, whatever it is they wanted to do. Which is your business. Me, I'm just a normal kind of cat. But I'm just saying, if that's what you like to do, man, get away from me. You know what I'm saying?
I'm definitely with that.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Exactly, man. We're supposed to be talking about basketball, man. What's going on?
No, I mean we are talking about basketball.
As you, Mo.
Look, back to basketball. You mentioned it.
You said
like, why he mentioned that?
I was just trying to bring a little levity in
reminiscence mode.
Yeah, but you went on with it and things. I was finished after asking the question and stuff.
Well, that's what's all on the news right now. You can't turn your TV on. You can't go to YouTube.
Yeah, it's all over social media.
It's everywhere.
I'm seeing that stuff, man.
They done had R. Kelly and P. Diddy on the Life
Suge Knight
Life movie. They tell me I ain't know nothing about no boom boom room, right?
Man, I saw Lennon on one of them pictures next to puffy at one of them parties that I saw came up. that came up.
Everybody bringing out pictures, and
Man, that's
they
crazy.
really going in on Meek Mill too.
Boy, they got people running scared right now. They said that man sent us
Yeah.
into the hospital.
It's like, why didn't y'all just do the right thing? You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Shoot.
but to me, why would you turn your kids loose to somebody like
That's crazy.
like R. Kelly and Usher, man? You gotta be crazy, man. I'm gonna let my kids go get out. I wouldn't let my kids get out of my sight, man. Especially
That
13,
money,
14.
man.
Yeah.
Money.
That money.
You know, it's sad because I feel like a lot of these parents they need to be put behind bars. They just as guilty as the
Yes.
person committing the crime because they were an accomplice to the whole situation. If you were actually being a parent and doing your job and protecting your child, because that's what parents do,
Yeah.
and the ones in the right mind, you know what I'm saying? Instead of selling your child out, no, you deserve to be behind bars because that's ridiculous. You're
Yeah.
you're you're helping the situation, and that's crazy. You're supporting a
Yeah,
sick.
but they ain't gonna. Yeah, they ain't gonna do that. They ain't gonna hold the parents accountable because they want more. They want more kids to come
Well,
out
you
like
know
that.
what? But they have recently with
They
what
they
one of
want
these
more.
shootings
They
at the
want.
schools. They did that recently. They actually arrested the parent. You know what I'm saying? So they can do it. You know what I'm saying? If they can do that, then you can apply that to every situation because I mean, how else would it happen?
Man, there's so much stupidity in the world today. It's crazy. Parents on down, getting into how them dudes shot Dolph. Man, all that stuff is crazy, man.
Oh yeah,
All that stuff
that
is
was horrible.
crazy. Horrible. All that stuff is crazy. Life means nothing. It's crazy. I, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Too much emphasis on money and things and preying on people who are poor, broke, whatever, and just not making good decisions, but just
Well, the problem is
safely living.
morality. The
Yeah,
problem is morality, right?
yeah, that's true
People,
too.
people don't know. People don't know right from wrong, and then you get older and you're still talking about daddy problems and mama problems and all kind of stuff. Man, I'm a grown man now. I'm not worried about what happened when I was, 10 years old and 9 years old. Man, I got to go get it now, man.
Yeah,
So that's the kind of stuff that people like to, lean on and have crutches and all kinds of stuff and make excuses for them doing bad things. You get to a point in your life, everybody knows the difference between right and wrong.
yeah.
You just got to make the right decision and keep it moving. That's how I look at it. So we gonna
I'm
see
gonna
how it
switch
goes.
it up real quick, Mo. So, what do you think about Zion Williamson's statement on being out for vengeance? How do you feel about that? Just going into the season and his mentality there.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna tell you like this. We used to call that wolf tickets. All right, back it up. You know what I'm saying? So if you mean that, be like Malik Neighbor said over with the Giants. He said, "Man, I don't talk, I play." So okay, Zion, we done all toiled through all of this with you. Fat Zion, don't want to work out, Zion. We done been there for you, man. We done been there for you. Now it's time for you to be there for us. Reward us back, coming in shape and taking us to a championship. Playing 72 games and playing a playoff series and taking us through the playoffs. I'm ready for that. I want to see him be successful, right? But at the same time, bro, it's time to shit to get off the pot. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear all that. Do it. It's time to put up a shut up. Put up a shut up. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about at this point. Yeah, all that stuff sounds good. All that rhetoric, all that stuff you're saying, you're putting out into the atmosphere. Now let's go out and do it. We gonna see when camp start next week. We gonna see when you show up to camp. We gonna see you when you come in. We gonna see you play however long they play in the preseason. We gonna see what you do throughout the season, and then at that point, we gonna know if what you're talking about you mean. But to me, the one thing I do like is because he's not really a guy that talk. So,
Yeah.
him saying that maybe he found whatever it is he was looking for when he went to the Great Wall of China. Maybe he may have found something, some teaching or some Confucius stuff or whatever you can get over there. I'm hoping that's what it is, because at this point, man, I'm ready to win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
it's real winning, not just winning in regular season, but it's the playoffs.
Yes.
I think that's the big ticket, because getting to the playoffs, and that's what everybody was saying. Like, yeah, we're trying to get to the playoffs, but we don't just want getting to the playoffs.
Man, I want to be able to walk around Houston with my Pelican shirt on and talking shit like I was talking to them Cowboy fans a couple of weeks ago. I want to be able to do the same thing when I go to my son's football game, talk crazy to them people in the stands. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to be. That's what I want to be able to do. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So, man, go out and make me happy. Make me proud.
Yeah.
Make me
Well, I
water,
think
like the girls say.
one thing that I was talking about earlier is that, Zion, and as well as the rest of the team, these guys gotta play with a chip on their shoulder. Like, they gotta play like, man, like, just being mad at the world, just play pissed off, because I feel like that's one crucial ingredient that's been missing from this team. And I'm glad, we got DeJounte, because I feel like he'll really bring some of that edginess that this team needs. But it's like, starting off the games with a lot of energy, and just playing for something, like, not just going through the motions. I think we saw that, like, too much on last season. Like, we really got to get after it. I know the win percentage has gone up every year as far as with Willie and everything, but it's not that, because the thing is, if the team is doing that, but all the team is getting is being a borderline playing team, that's not it. Like, we need to, it needs to be very convincing that the Pels are in the playoffs,
At some
not
point.
barely being a playing team.
At
That
some point.
that's not it. We done with that playing stuff, man.
Yep.
I mean, it's like, look, it don't make no sense to have 49 wins, but yet we can't even solidify being in the playoffs, having a playoff spot. That don't make a whole lot of sense. So definitely got to take a leap and just really get to the real winning part.
Yep, I agree with you. I mean, it's time. It's time now. We done all the other stuff, right? It's time. Griff been here long enough. The program is what the program is. It's time.
Yeah.
And it's time. It's time. It's time to win. It's time not to just be a middle of the road team, to be a middle of the road franchise.
Yeah.
And that's what we need. So, and then to me, what I like about everything, man, I think getting DeJounte Murray is going to make a big difference, because, man, he's a leader. He got traded, man. He's embraced being here. He wants to be here. He wants to play with those guys. If that guy can stay healthy, man, that guy got dog in him.
Yep.
Yeah,
Empower
he does.
Zion too.
Yep.
Yeah.
That might be the guy that pushes Zion, motivates Zion.
Yeah.
Maybe pushes
'Cause I don't
BI.
think CJ did that. I think he was supposed to be doing that, but I just don't feel like he's that type of vet that Zion needs. I know Zion speaks up highly of CJ, but yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for the dog-like type, the more dog-like leader.
I mean, like, yeah, you can put at least
No,
15,
CJ,
20% on Zion,
CJ,
but I mean,
CJ like the pastor for Zion, and DeJounte like the uncle for Zion. That's the way to look at it. You know what I'm saying? The uncle gonna motivate you for sure. The pastor, you kind of want, you see him in a good light, and you want to, praise him and all that stuff, but he ain't really motivating you for real, on a real tip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
DC, you still there?
Mm. I don't know, probably stepped away. But what were you saying, DJ?
I mean, well, as far as like last season, because he only played 70 games last season, so I don't think like it could be like at least half the time it's him, but you gotta look at the front office too. I mean, because if how we built this team, it was like through either trades or free agency, and most of the time the draft. So I mean, like, and we didn't went through like 100,000 centers. I mean, you can go down from AD to Demarcus to back to AD, Derek Favors, Jaleel Okafor, Mecca Okafor, Steven Adams, Jonas just left. Um, shit, who else? And now it's time that we kind of drafted our own center and picked up Daniel Tice. So I mean, we didn't run through centers like we ran through coaches, and like that I mean that's and then for the time being it's this team. I feel like the Pelicans don't have a scheme. It's just like I mean, the NBA is just like the NFL. We don't have a scheme. Not due to Kyle Kubiak, and I know it's not a football channel, but I'm trying to make a point here. Clint Kubiak, he has a scheme for the New Orleans Saints. What does Willie Green, and I know Lexxah and the other guy, y'all don't like Willie Green. We all know that, okay? We all know that. But in the meantime, what does, you know what? I'm not even going to say Willie Green. What does David Griffin and his front office, due to the new hire of new coaches, what is our scheme? Like, you can look at Golden State as like run and gun, because that's all they were doing with Klay Thompson and Stephen Curry, and when they had Kevin Durant and all that stuff. Um, the Boston Celtics, I don't know their scheme, but I'm pretty sure they got a scheme of their own. What is the Pelican scheme to actually doing all this? Like I said, I'm kind of questioning about the center position, but if you've been a Pelican fan since day one, you already know Daniel Tice is starting at center. So how can, what is our scheme? Because Daniel Tice, he just stretch five too. He may not shoot the three like Jonas or Cat or Jokic or any other stretch big man out there. But yes, he can shoot. Just like Carlo. Yes, he can shoot. You know what I'm saying? So my question is to the panel and the chat, what is our scheme as of right now, 2024, 2025, this year?
Well, I kind of think, when you say scheme, it almost kind of sounds like you're describing the vision and the direction of the team,
Correct.
or just, is that right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's unclear right now. I don't think it's something that we can really answer. Just obviously the center position is very unclear. We don't have a starting center, but we have a lot of projects. We have a guy in Daniel Tice who's undersized in that area, but he can stretch the floor, he can set screens. But as a whole, rebounding is a problem. We lost our leading rebounder in JV. So it's going to be interesting to see how this team is rebounding the ball. We know as far as, I think defensively, the defense is going to drive the offense, according to Willie Green. So it's a defensive running type scheme, but obviously not having I guess the center that is going to support that type of scheme as far as this season. We really don't know. We really don't know. When you look at the grand scope of things, as far as in the West, a lot of teams have gotten bigger in their front court. So we're looks like we're totally invested in playing small ball. I'm not with Zion playing the 5. I've been saying that. I'm really not with that, especially if we're trying to maximize him. But that's the vision for right now, is that small ball, defense, getting out in transition, and obviously whatever center's out there, Tyus Hill probably play 15, 20 minutes, but then you have to think it might be not having the traditional center, the centers that the Pelicans have drafted, or not drafted, the Pelicans have picked up. You know what I'm saying? In Messi and Makovich and Jemison. I mean, they probably won't get a whole lot of playing time, because the whole goal is to go small ball, get guys that can move and really push the pace like Willie wants. So right now, according to Willie Green, that's kind of like the scheme and the whole vision for this season. Now, as far as for the years to come, it's still unclear, because really, if you look at it, like next year, Messi, I don't feel like he's going to be ready. But next year, we may have a whole different slew of centers on the team. The centers that we see now, we probably won't even see them on the team next year.
I mean,
That's how unclear. I mean, possibly, but I'm just saying, like, from what we see right now, like Jemison, like I don't know his contract, but I mean, obviously, he's like the 4th option as far as with the centers right now. Yves Messi, we drafted him, but it's probably going to take him a few years to really get developed. And then, so really, you're looking at Makovich and Tice as probably being at the forefront and playing that 5 spot. But I mean, really, like all those spots right there, they're really not solidified, because next year we could be looking at a totally different story as far as with all those guys.
So Lex, you think tomorrow? Wait, no, it's Sunday. Sunday will be the 30th, right? No, Sunday's the 29th. So Monday will be the 30th. My bad. That's media day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you think Willie's gonna not tell all, like, you can't tell you left with the, can't tell.
You don't have to. We already know it.
Yeah. So
you know what I'm saying? I mean, Willie has not changed. He hasn't changed. And you're as good as your last hit. I always say that. So the thing is that according to what he's said at the end of the season, and DeJounte Murray's presser during Summer League when they interviewed him, he has that same mentality. And it's only until the season starts, when we'll have a chance to see his growth. We'll see, what he comes up with as far as in training camp, in the preseason games, and then the first game against Chicago. I mean, that's all we have right now. But as far as how it stands right now, I don't feel like it's changed. I mean, I know a lot of people, the closer it gets to media day and preseason, all that stuff, season opening, a lot of people are really starting to, feel like Zion is going to be starting at the 5, which I don't want to settle for that. Like, I really do want to fight that, because that's criminal to do that to Zion. A guy, I mean, he's been injured. You're having him down low with other big guys. That's not his strong suit. His strong suit is up top when he has the ball in his hands, getting downhill. You know, we saw that all last season. That's why the second half of the season we saw that change. You know, it's like I don't think the fans forget that, but the coaching staff or Willie Green forgets that, hey, when the ball is in Zion's hands, great things happen. 9 out of 10, great things happen. So I just I can't get with that. I know it does work in some situations. I'm not against small ball. I'm not saying that it does not work at all. It does in certain situations. But one thing I want to piggyback of what Hoffa he was saying. We got to have a big for the playoffs. We can get away with this mess in the regular season. Playoffs going to be rough. And I agree. You can't teach size.
Mm-hmm.
You can't teach size. You have to have size. If you look at the playoffs from just last season, the team that imposed their will in the front court the most and the best, that's the team that won that series. That's the team that won. So that's what it came down to. It came down to who's imposing their will in the front court within any of the series. And that's what you saw. That was the determining factor. I think with the Celtics, it was just a little bit different because they have more of a balanced attack. You have solid a solid two-way players in every position. You know what I'm saying? So I think with the exceptions of them, but Porzingis was killing the Mavs. Like he was everywhere defensively at the times that he played. He was everywhere defensively and offensively. They couldn't do nothing with him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, with the exception of the Celtics, I just feel like they have more of a balanced attack compared to Dallas, and they had more of a defensive prowess about them. But yeah, the inside game was very crucial, and again, you can't teach size. That small ball, it can work in some situations, but the playoffs is a different breed. It's a different breed. It's a different animal. It's a totally brand. It's a different season in itself. So when you think playoffs, you can't go into that thinking, okay, everybody's already going to know your system, how you think, how you're playing, what you want to do. That's why the adjustment factor is so crucial. That's why not playing checkers and playing chess is so crucial. Because the thing is that, guess what? You're not playing another team on a different night. You're going to be playing the same team at least 4 times. At least. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that team is able to put all their focus on you. Like, they're going to learn. They're going to focus on just watching film on that one team. Learning your tendencies. What do you like to do best? What do you don't like? You know what I'm saying? Let's play around with the matchups. And that's the thing that makes playoffs so dangerous is that, look, I'm not looking at another team for the next night. The next night, we're going to be playing y'all again. Oh, wait, 2 nights later, I'm going to be playing you guys again. 6 nights later, I'm going to be playing the same team again. So, it's like, dude, they're gonna expose that small ball. It's gonna be exposed. So, using the bigs that we do have on this team is gonna be crucial. So I hope they develop quick.
Well, I mean, you got Macy at 6'11", 7 foot. Carlo about 6'10". The Daniel Tice, okay, we're gonna give him 6'9", 6'10". Okay, if the playoffs start tomorrow, what center would you go get?
Huh?
If the playoffs start tomorrow, who would you go get as a center tomorrow?
Oh shoot, I don't know. I mean, who's available? I mean, right now the season's about to start. I mean, that's kind of
No. I mean, like hypothetically, if the Pelicans are in the playoffs right now at this moment second, hypothetically speaking, are you gonna trade for a center, or are you going through free agency?
I mean, are the Pelicans trying to win now?
That's the plan.
Okay, well, if the goal is to win now, because the thing is, they drafted a center in Messi, and Messi's not ready. He's not a win now situation for the Pelicans. So, I mean, if you're trying to win now, I mean, I could give you a center, but it probably won't be realistic. You know what I'm saying? It won't be realistic. I mean, because really, Zion needs a defensive stretch five.
Correct.
Who are all the defensive stretch fives in the league?
Wendell, Joel, Jokic, Jonas,
Wembanyama,
him,
Chet Holmgren,
Joel Embiid. Let's see who else. I'm missing.
Lopez. You see what I'm saying? So those are, and that's what he needs, because you know he needs a defensive stretch five. That's what needs to happen for Zion. Somebody who has that defensive prowess and can spread the floor and knock down the three.
All right, fam. We're gonna get ready to close out the stream on that, fam. Much love to the fam. Appreciate y'all for being in the stream, man. Big ups to the fam, man. Been a busy day for your boy, man. But appreciate Lex holding it down. DC, I think he might have got on out of there too. So, but listen, fam, man. We're gonna be back on Monday, man. We're gonna do the media day. We'll have that here on the stream, man. So y'all look out for that. So I appreciate each and every last one of y'all for chiming in the broadcast tonight. Appreciate y'all, man. For our weekend broadcast, college stuff, Tough Tiger Talk will be up tomorrow. Well, actually, today, rather. Later on today, Tough Tiger Talk. And then Sunday, of course, our Saint coverage all day for the Saints matchup against the Falcons. And then Monday for the Pelican post-game report with our media coverage. So appreciate each and every last one of y'all. Hope y'all had fun, man. We're going to do our thing, man, and then we're going to bounce back on Monday. So big ups to the panel. Appreciate y'all, man. We're going to holler at y'all on the next one, fam. Appreciate it. Much love.
Show us the edge. Yes. The chip on the shoulders, the fight and the passion that comes from within. Whoa. On every level, yeah. Expectations high, gotta show them you can fly. Play harder, better, smarter. Baby, put the league on notice. Show me the edge, yeah. Play with the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah. Play with the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah. Show me. Yeah. Whoa, and seen the walk of shame enough. Wanna see the walk of winning time to come up.
Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform store where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember, it helps the platform continue to grow.